on audio.
Don't look, we're naked!
Oh my god,
wait,
you
that's
immediately peeked the mic.
Immediately went, whoop!
Well, hello everyone. We're back. Session 9. Woo. The disaster stream. Woo. We are... Our adventurers are going to be linking back up and finally making it to Warrior's Rest today. Hopefully, you never know what can happen on the way.
Find a propane tank.
Guys, I'm getting distracted.
Find a 55-gallon drum of napalm.
And it explodes because you breathe fire.
Space turned.
No, we're shoving that down the hole of the dungeon. We're like, sorry, everyone else.
Please don't.
I
Wind
ate
dungeon.
Cheesecake Factory 4 years ago.
I have a feeling there's going to be the least amount of notes this session.
Or the
Like,
most
that
amount of
was
times
4
of,
years ago. I
wow,
feel
he
like
almost
I
died.
did
So thank
Yeah.
you guys for joining this time. As per usual, we're Nat Disaster. We're a new D&D live streaming show of just a bunch of idiot friends trying to play D&D.
Pretty much.
And yeah, we're gonna be putting on
I
quite
think
an
it's more
adventure
around
on today.
lines of a
First
bunch of
dungeon
failures.
I've ever made. Anybody who has ever played a Legend of Zelda dungeon,
Was that
you'll
just
probably get some
one right over?
feels.
I
you know,
went to
Vibes is
Smiles
the word.
9 years ago. Oh my god, I miss
Smiles?
Smiles.
Get off timer.
I'm sorry, I
Entertainment
miss
Center.
Smiles.
And before I go into further
Guys,
announcements, I just want to say and pass out to everybody, I got us some extra gear. Guys, I got us some extra gear.
What gear?
I got us little Bardic Inspiration die holders
Those are
for everybody.
beautiful.
You guys can choose which
Oh
ones
wow,
you
wish
want.
I got Bardically inspired so that I could
And
hold one.
Asia got a lucky dice holder as she took the luck feat.
Aww, this is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, thank you.
I got the bagpipe specifically for
Oh, that's
Jin
me.
Rash because
Let me see what
I want the ukulele.
Callum.
Thank
now
you.
everybody, when
We
you,
have to decide.
when
I
you
have
bless
a
them
pan
with
flute
your
in my
bardic
inventory.
inspiration, they will have a reminder for the next 10 minutes they can
Oh,
use.
that's
Oh,
so
well, fun
sweet.
fact, I won't be able
I
to
like
use
it. It smells good.
Oh, yes, you will.
I
Oh,
love
you're
it.
sure about that?
I love it so much.
Whee!
Brian,
the first
whoever
one he
made
does it
these,
to
does that,
specifically
have you
just to make
smelled
me
how
shut
these
up.
smell?
They
I
smell
just
great.
opened them up like 5 minutes ago, so
It smells like drugs.
they're crisp.
Oh.
It smells like,
My food does smell like.
My food is 1 minute away.
They do not. They just
No,
smell
no.
like they're
Well,
burnt.
well, no,
I
it has
like
like,
the driving
the whatever
it.
they
Yeah.
used as the
Let me
Let me
stain.
just check real quick. I
Has
want to
like a
make sure
strong
to shout
pungent
out
odor.
who did that to us.
No, it's like the.
I doubt he's
what?
watching, but
It's the.
thank
burn.
you
Oh yeah.
for
It smells like
I think they.
Tom.
I think
Too
they
much.
lasered it.
Thank you, Tom,
Yeah,
the
well.
owner of Tabletop Things. Thank you, Tom.
tabletop things. Wow, can't wait to
So
be
he
able
gave
to
them
use
to
this
us,
since
or did
I'm
you
the only
buy
one
them?
that hasn't yet.
Wait, oh, I had to buy them.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't send it to us.
It'll happen purely
Tom,
because
if
he
you want
makes
to
me
send us
shut
stuff
up.
for free,
So now
do
you
it.
have, like, a
Sponsor us.
super
too.
Oh,
handy
every
way
day
of
of the week,
Oh,
if
you
you send us
have
something
all
every
three of your
stream,
videos.
we'll be like,
Aw.
this is this awesome thing, go buy it and we'll put a price
Tabletop
down.
Things. We're
Like-
not sponsored, but it's a cool thing.
This is
Uh,
so
We will
cool.
be
Also
if you
not
ask.
sponsored, Epidemic Sound. Thank you for
I
your
love
non-copyrighted
this.
music that I'll be using
Oh my
again in
God,
this
it
stream.
smells phenomenal.
Thank you again to my
Yeah,
friend
right,
London
I keep sending
XX
it.
Pulp on Twitter for his beautiful artwork. I will be commissioning him in the future for more. Speaking of artwork, anybody who wants to do some artwork for us, any music, just definitely reach out to us. We have Google natdisasterdnd@gmail.com, and then Twitter and Instagram. You can follow us, subscribe, and send messages. natdisasterdnd.
Our Instagrams are underneath our faces.
Going around the
Mine's
room.
not on there,
Introduction again. I'm Brian.
Okay.
I'm the DM. Over there, we got.
I'm Conlon. I am Bracket, the paladin. I'm
Forgetting your
tired.
name.
It's on brand. It's okay.
It's on
On
brand.
brand.
I'm exhausted. It's been a long ass day.
It's been a long
I
week.
agree.
It's your turn now.
Oh, I'm Brian. I'm Jin Rash. Yeah.
Duh.
I'm the
The
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn Barbarian.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Asia.
crazy, so yeah.
I'm Asia. I'm Kyron. I'm a half elven druid. Circle of the Moon. Follow Matt Walden. Thank
Now,
you.
Walden, we love you.
Make us music.
I'm gonna fall asleep tonight. I'm sorry.
I'm Vicky. I play Nock.
Can someone
the
go get my food?
Beast Conclave Ranger.
Good, it's time for it.
Who has an owl friend.
Okay,
that
so
we
you're
finally
right.
have a real mini
We
of.
got an actual miniature for Giant Elf.
Wow.
And returning.
Oh, wait, we can show the miniature.
I already did.
I know, but I'm gonna show it like real up close so they really
and then
can
the
see.
focus is going to be
It's
terrible.
not
That's why I'm waiting.
It's not gonna work.
It's gonna take.
It's good.
Hey, you don't need to leave it
That's
there
good
for
for
that long.
now.
You've seen the owl. I was waiting for the stream to catch up.
There we go.
No, see, it looks fine.
Okay, I guess.
And
we can
then
kinda see it.
returning to
That's
the
why I was
group
really
today
close.
after his secret, super solo, sexy session, the majestic beard.
If you haven't seen it, go watch
Callum.
the VOD on
Hi,
YouTube.
Callum.
I'm Callum. I play Naresh. I'm a dark elf vampire bard of the College of Discord.
And he's gonna magically fuck people up with his magical new fiddle.
Brian disappeared. Maybe he's running up and down the street for your food. Oh no.
Magic fiddle for the win.
Magic fiddle faux show for the win.
If you've missed any of our sessions prior and would like to catch up,
Go to
Go
Nat
to-
Disaster
that's her-
on YouTube.
She looked like a major druggie.
Oh no! I hope she didn't drug my food though.
if you
I'll
want
make
to,
sure
if they should start tripping balls, just make sure in the comments you say the moment
You know
shit
exactly
happens.
what
Put the time tag of when they should start tripping.
And so,
Hi.
I believe that
That might be why it's sealed.
for our pre-session introduction. So, if everybody is ready,
Yes.
let's let this dungeon disaster unfold.
Let's crawl.
Let's go on a crawl.
I'm so ready.
All right.
going crawling.
So-
we're going crawling.
Previously
Oh.
on
Not
that disaster.
disaster.
I don't know if I
The
love that or hate
group had temporarily split up after a battle with a water elemental.
I hope so.
Naresh going on a mission back to Ladris after a mysterious flyer was delivered to him by Muri, the cleric back in Ladris. Quickly recapping for what Naresh did.
Sorry, I love you.
He ended up going northbound back to Ladris, finding out some more information about what happened to Christian, the Gandit, who mysteriously survived and escaped an explosion a few sessions prior. He then went further up to Ladris, got his fiddle magically enhanced by selling his adamantine strings that he had from his heritage back from his home. And then he spoke with Muri, going over the current invitation on the flyer, inviting people to Mandramar's roving posse returning on Saldraxar's Peak on day 354, if I remember the exact day correctly.
Yes.
After some further conversations and interactions with Nari, Naresh also delivered the Chaos Fragment that the group had
Almost forgot to do
received
so.
from the caravan they interacted with. Muri now saying she will research it and let the party know more of.
Thank God.
After picking up his magical fiddle
Sweetie.
and also making a deal with Trell to get
she
his
knows.
boots on order eventually, he headed on the way to Warrior's Rest to try to catch up with the group. And then the rest of the party, after he had gone northbound, finally made it to Naira's Grove. After passing on the message Muri tasked them to deliver to the great druid Azariah, the group temporarily explored the town, including trying out Raynar's little game, with only one of the party members being successful, Nock the only one making any prizes, and getting some
I really
cool
wish I
prizes.
could have done the expert, but
Maybe one day.
I know, right?
someday.
It's an unknown prize.
No,
Maybe
next
you'll
time
know.
we'll do it and we'll make sure he inspires
I'll
you.
have the boots on next time.
Which may or may not help. You'll see.
But you said the.
Running and stepping. She'll just.
Hey.
Maybe I'll find something that increases my dex.
Mhm.
I just realized I could have cheated technically.
Bard inspiration.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I
Hey,
would
you
love
can't-
some of
That
that.
doesn't count.
What?
Get out of here. I know that doesn't count.
Why
you
not?
cheater.
I'd love some of that.
Damn.
Oh, that counts.
That counts.
Then Vane wins all of them.
Yes.
Exactly. That would be the plan.
No.
Me and Dane would just be like,
That's breaking the rules.
I imagine that Vane's
The
too
rules.
big to do
I'm gonna
it.
come up with a giant purple book that says "the rules" and slap it in
I
front of you
imagine
and
that
try
Vane's
that.
Barely
too
a
big
hundred
to
Wait,
do
wait,
it.
no, no.
She's huge.
Vane
And-
literally does one flap, lands on one.
Yeah.
One flap.
that was
lands
my
on one.
plan.
Get
One
out of here!
flap,
Get out
lands
of
on
here! Get out!
That
of
was my
here.
plan. Just
Just dunks you in the water, like with a shoots you with a slingshot.
I feel like
right
she
in
could
the,
just fly
the
over it
wing
and be like, well, I
area,
made it to the
shoulder.
other side.
yeah, just thud. Ah!
And then after
Yeah,
doing
just-
that and winning their prizes,
Okay.
Kyron returned home for an emotional wave of memories as she remembered her grandfather.
A moment.
They then went and visited the town, the Grove Beauty, Navis,
I love her.
who took a shining towards their Asimar paladin friend
Called
for
cute.
unknown reasons.
Weird.
And afterwards,
Was
they
it
went
actually his
to a
mom?
weapon shop.
Was it
Oh,
actually his
no.
mom?
Saw some interesting new gear, and also getting a new sword that does more damage against plants. After seeing
Yeah.
a goblin
Came in
attack
handy.
on the grove, the group headed north as they had a more important task. And they ran into a little area full of plant and fungus-based creatures
And I guess I was the dumb one for trying to run.
into them.
I ran straight along, not towards them.
And then
straight
they
along.
came to you!
Well, that's because you're a dick and you decided to make them go
You
towards
were the
me.
closest thing to them.
Don't care.
Your target.
After
Don't
surviving, exploring, and the group
Kinda
finding
makes sense.
their third random item that they'd never seen before.
Which was gross.
A Reese's.
No, fourth.
Foot
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, yep, the watch.
Yeah.
That wasn't yeah, I guess, but it wasn't found in the
Wasn't found by us.
Yes.
No, but it was found.
Yep, so the
By
fourth
someone.
random item. They
I
headed
still think we
north.
should have used it to assassinate people.
My
too late.
watch?
A watch?
No,
Oh,
the
the
Reese's.
Reese's.
Oh.
We can do it with the
he
watch.
believes that we could have found out if people were allergic to peanuts.
It would have been hilarious.
Thankfully, none of you guys were allergic to peanuts.
Damn.
Actually, we don't know yet. Maybe it's a delayed reaction. It
Can you
just
imagine
happened.
all of a sudden Kyrie wakes up with anaphylactic shock? And be like, this is the third time I've almost died!
Shit, my plans.
I
Damn
don't
it!
think you wake up
In
with
3
anaphylactic
days.
shock. I think you just don't wake up.
No, you do. You wake up either.
They all wake up and go, why is Kyrie not moving?
No, you wake
No,
up.
we would hear.
No, you would fall out of the tree.
Yeah.
True.
Wait. You're a paladin, though. You can just cast Lay on Hands.
Yeah, no, it's not a concern.
Not if she's dead.
No,
Yeah.
depends how dead she is.
If
Hey,
you're dead,
hey,
the
I
healing
see 3
no
more
longer
levels,
works
guys.
The second you die. So, the group headed north
I'd love to die
and
that way.
Don't
Stop
fail your
by-
death saving throws.
stopped
You
right
know I
by
will.
the river to have a long rest. And that is where we are picking up
Oh,
tonight's
so everyone
session.
click long rest.
Not
No.
yet. You have to get to the end
I'm
of the
clicking
long
Doc
it.
would
rest.
like to take
So who would be taking the first
the first watch with Vane.
watch? Okay. So
I'm going to
everybody-
bed. I'll be in a tree
She's
tempting
gonna
away.
ask Bracket, can I borrow the lockpicks?
Yes.
Thanks. She takes them.
Okay.
I'm not marking that in my inventory because you can hand them
Yeah,
back.
I'll hand them back.
Yeah.
Okay. So, everybody else going to bed.
I'll be in a
Yes.
sleep in a tree 10
Jinrash,
feet
I'm
away, so I'll
assuming
wake
you
up
are
if you need
creating
me.
your structure that you typically do
Yes.
at rest. So you're going to create a little bit of a structure out of the nearby material, trying to prevent if there's any rainfall or anything. And Knock and Vane make perception checks for your
Okay,
watch.
I'm gonna have Vane go first.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
Vane gets another net 20.
She's
Vane
gonna beat
wins.
me.
So that's a total of, let's see, perception 25
Okay.
for Knock.
I swear to God, if she gets back to back my 20, I'm gonna piss off.
No, which we'll get no more the rest of the session.
For Knock, it's a 12. No, 11. Sorry, I used
Gotcha.
level up
Asia,
stats.
can you turn on my UE boom, please?
Are we turned off again?
Which
I
makes
don't turn
sense
it on
because
'cause it
Knock's
turns
gonna
back
do
off until
some
I use it.
things. So she's gonna take a 3-hour watch. And she's going to, first of all, she's going to finish crafting together the 4 arrows that she's been trying to make.
Okay. Dexterity check just to see how well you craft them. Dexterity.
We have Sean Connery here today.
Truly.
21.
21. Those arrows are expertly crafted. You know they will do the job.
Awesome. So I can add
Why?
4 more arrows.
Why?
You can.
Okay.
Wow.
Second, I would like to attune
It's a joke.
to my boots.
Easy enough. Over the span of the first hour, you will get attunement to the boots.
And then third, I want to take a look at my watch and try to take it apart.
All right. You turn it over and take it off
with
your wrist.
lockpicks.
And you do see on the back. You do see on the back there are 2 little areas on each side that look like something that could be taken apart to open
Okay.
it up. Are you using the lockpicks? I'm
Yes.
assuming. All right. Do you have proficiency in lockpicks?
No, I do not.
So roll a straight dexterity check.
13.
Okay. You take some time. You are being very careful with it as it is something that you're not very sure how delicate it is.
Yes.
After about 15 minutes of slowly moving it around, actually about 5 minutes, you notice it does start twisting to the side, and you are able to, at one point, get it screwed out on one of them, and you
Sounds
can
like
get the
background
other one
music
as
before
well.
Yeah, it does.
Kind
Or
does.
like Ratatouille.
Yes.
And then with the final, you take both, and both fall into your hands. The back side is now loose.
Okay, I will open it up. What's on the inside?
On the inside, you do see a bunch of just turning gears in there. It is slow. It's still moving as you as the back is now off, moving in that same motion that you see from the front. And then, but the one thing that mainly takes your interest is there is a folded piece of paper inside.
What? I fucking knew it.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read it? Is it like a written?
It's got anthrax in it.
We all
Wake up, Knox dead.
actually no. We wouldn't wake up with her dead. We have to deal with 72 hours of her slowly dying as we also die.
Yeah.
I did a report on anthrax once. That might
Hey,
put me
hey
on
guys.
the list.
I've been
make a whole new party.
Yes.
Roll new character.
No, we have to slowly die for 72 hours
Cal's
first.
the only
Yeah, but
character
then we
that's
all
left.
die.
The rest just survives.
Ooh, that's actually a good
I
question.
need new friends.
Would an undead be affected by anthrax?
No.
Because no, the way anthrax destroys, even if he's dead, it destroys flesh regardless if you're dead or not.
We'd have to see.
So
I'd
you
have to
need-
research
you
that
turn
more.
into a skeleton that can still move.
As Knock opens up the piece of paper,
No,
it
I wouldn't
is
be affected. I don't have to breathe.
Oh, if the sports get on your skin, you still would die from anthrax.
discussions
Yeah.
for after.
I did a report on
I've
this.
gotten the
Anthrax.
vaccination for anthrax like 13 times.
So,
I may or may not have been yelled at by my bio teacher.
discussions for after.
Barto.
The anthrax vaccine also does not prevent you getting anthrax.
You shouldn't have said anything about anthrax.
Yes.
Here we go.
I have a lot of knowledge on anthrax because I had to deal with it.
Let's discuss chemistry and anthrax.
Chemistry,
At a
biology.
later date.
Listen
Yeah.
here. So as she
If you get the
unfolds
anthrax
note,
vaccine,
she does
it
see
just
that it
makes
is
the
written in
last one.
common, and it
It
is
means
something that you
it's more
can
likely
read.
to
It's something written
save
in
you,
common. What
or
does it
more likely
say?
to use as long as they're found in
It
24 hours.
says, you better have
Just
your
you-
notebook ready.
I do have it
Just 24
ready.
hours, it's like 28.
It's always open.
It says, when the last
it
flicker
doesn't last long.
of twilight
Last flicker of twilight.
lights up the land, the anvil points, and the god stares.
Ah, shit.
The anvil points.
And the god stares.
Points and the god stares.
Where only the wise can perceive the way,
My wisdom's pretty fucking high.
Mine's slow. I got a +1.
The way.
and nature's guardian capitalized,
And
Yeah.
what's the +0?
protects her, also
How
capitalized,
did you
sleep.
up it? I just realized
Is that it?
That is it. When the last flicker of twilight lights up the land, the anvil points and the god stares, where only the wise can perceive the way, and nature's guardian protects her sleep.
Okay. Knock is fucking freaking out.
You can always wake me up if you want.
No, you need to get a full rest. I will read it to Vane, and I'll ask her if that means anything to her.
Hoot.
Oh wait, yeah, you roll for Vane, so roll.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Vane, roll an intelligence check.
Ooh, that's a good intelligence check. -1, 15.
15.
Everyone, we've been warned to not go to go to higher ground.
Why?
The city.
Was there a flood warning?
Yeah.
We're having a rainstorm.
The storm ended, but
But we still have a flood warning.
I just found
That's
it on
buffered.
Facebook.
It's obviously about where we're going, I think.
Or you're just too lazy to take your laptop out.
Okay, I'm going to
It's on
take the
14%
note
battery.
and put it away
No
in my
charger?
pouch with all my gold,
Okay.
and then I will put back together the watch.
Roll another
Mine's
dexterity
right
check.
behind you.
This is what kills the
I'm
watch.
gonna say
This is
advantage because you knew how to
struggling.
take it apart, so you
What?
can put it back
This is
together
struggling.
just if you follow the way.
Hey, put your
Dirty
finger
20.
here and press down.
30-20. Just as easily. You do notice that there are little circular threads around it, and
Put
it seems
acne
to
stuff
fit
on it
exactly
first and
right
see if it's
back
just
into the
acne.
slots. And you are able to get it. It's now rigid back together. You
No.
turn it over, and it's still
It's a pimple.
ticking
Okay.
ever so slowly.
I had one on my back my neck.
For
couple
the next
days ago.
watch, I'm gonna wake up Bracket.
It's not
Mhm.
even above my skin.
Ye-
I'm gonna wake up Bracket, and I'm gonna say, Bracket, I think this is going to be for you. And I'm going to hand him the watch. I'm going to say, on the inside, there's things that look like that, and I point at.
I pull out my thing. This?
Yeah.
Or my shield?
Yeah. I think this is something that your god made, or something. I don't know. There was something inside of it, but I think I should wait until everybody's awake to read it to everybody.
That sounds fine. I put on said thing and put on my heavy armor. Because I obviously had taken it off to sleep.
Yes. I'll wait the 10 minutes while he puts on his armor, and then I will go to bed.
Easy enough, nothing happens. You just hear the sound of woodland, like nocturnal animals around.
Yeah, I just want to wait just
I
in
still have
case
to roll my
anything
thing.
happens while he puts it on.
Bracket, roll a perception check.
Give me a sec. I have to remove my dice from my tower.
Someone wasn't prepared.
No, my dice are in my tower. They're right here. Let's see.
The time when she can
Oh, that was unpleasant. I'm sorry, everyone. It's gonna be a 19.
19.
No, I just have to figure out where the perception was on this thing.
You hear a bunch of fish just jumping out of the river and swimming through by, a few owls hooting in the distance. Vane is going up on top of one of the branches just above where Nock's sleeping and just standing on the branch, eyes closed, but right above her. Alright. Is there anything you would like to do during your long rest? Or you're doing your watch, sorry.
Let me see. This plate is in the way. Fine, take the plate. I don't think so, but I want to check. Did you just put a nugget in the barbecue sauce?
That's what he does. He literally leaves it there and then comes back for like a minute later.
Seasoning it.
Oh my god.
absurd. That's not what marinating is, Brian.
Shh. Marinating takes longer than 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, besides like
Depends on how you do it.
eating and drinking,
Alright.
I just kind of chill at the fire.
That is one thing to make sure you take a ration off for the day. You need one ration
Yeah,
per
I just need
day.
to go into that section.
Alright.
Actually, no, I will do one thing just for the
Okay.
sake of it, because I can, because I'm technically about long resting. Which is I'm gonna use divine sense to see if there's anything around us.
Alright. You cast Divine Sense, and what is it? Sense in your area again?
60
No.
feet.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a celestial fiend, undead, and you don't need to tell me about.
Oh, he's not anywhere near you.
Wait,
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. You found us in the morning, right?
don't we
Yeah,
have...
but no, there is nothing of any of those natures in your surrounding area.
No good or evil.
No good or evil? Wow.
Crazy.
How boring. How boring.
How boring.
You probably sense me as good. Because I'm neutral good.
Well, it doesn't sense alignments. It
okay.
senses those types of beasts, and then
Oh.
places that have been magically desecrated or consecrated, I believe.
Let me read the whole thing. As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend, undead, within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
You sense yourself.
Yeah, because I'm a celestial. Yeah,
Yourself.
I'm
You have-
here.
You have celestial blood. You're still humanoid, but you got celestial blood.
So I sort of sense myself.
All right, so your watch goes by quietly. Who do you wake up for the last one?
I'm going to Mr. Jinrash and
Am I sleeping the whole time then? No one's gonna wake me up?
Go
Damn,
ahead.
alright.
There's one.
it seems to be a non-action one, so we'll let you sleep.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna wake up Jinrash and I'm gonna go to bed.
Yep.
Roll a perception check.
Any one of your many dice.
I know. Here, you move.
Unless he's waiting until the last watch.
Oh, that's 10.
This is technically the last
13.
watch.
I know.
Also,
For something to
considering
happen.
Kyron has like the best perception and I can hear things anywhere, like if any loud noise does happen, even if it's like not like loud to you guys, I will end up waking up.
Yeah.
So she
That's
probably
true.
wakes up frequently in the woods. Like,
Well, no, if it's something that's
Okay.
normal, you probably wouldn't wake
Yeah.
up. Your brain would know not to wake up to that.
So
No,
just
she's
like
probably
everyone
still waking up.
else's, goes by pretty peacefully. Nothing occurs. Is there anything you would like to do on your long rest?
I'm reading my book.
All right.
oh,
Smart boy.
All right.
Aw.
So 3, 2, 7.
Um.
So you can get. she took 3 hours for hers. She took about, I'd say, 2 for yours, and 3 to even out to 8. So you can add 3 more hours of reading your book.
Where is my book?
How long is a long rest supposed to be?
8 hours.
8 hours.
6 hours of sleeping need to be done, and then 2 hours of light activity.
Okay, well, his last hour, she's probably gonna wake up then, because she doesn't need to be asleep for that fucking long.
Okay.
Are you doing anything? At the
Would you
last
say that
2 hours?
that little bit
I
of
should have done the whole.
tinkering with the lockpicks would count as training with them?
I'd say if you do want to become
Okay.
proficient in lockpicking.
I would like to, yeah.
All right.
So that would be what, like an hour?
I'm gonna say 0.5. It took 15
Half an
minutes to
hour.
take off, and then put 15 minutes back. So.
Okay, I'll write that in a sec.
Yes.
All right. And as the sun is starting to rise.
His last hour, I'm gonna wake up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna check on him, and then I'm gonna go for a walk and just do an extra walk because she kind of wants to look at the perimeter
another 3?
anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she wants to walk around.
Okay. So as Jinrash is sitting at the campfire reading his book,
I was hoping I would have been woken up earlier.
trying to study out on the divided strike ability that he had found in the book.
Oh, this is mine.
Mm-hmm. That's not mine.
The book that was called, still remember
My book?
all the names, A Storm's Strength.
Yep.
Alright, and as Kyron is walking around, she does walk nearby on the river, and in the water, she does roll a perception check.
Now I'm only remembering Chris Rock as a zebra from Madagascar doing that.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro, polka dot, Afro. Alright.
Do not
Wait,
have race
after
record.
all my
Because I'm a
pluses, I'm
wanderer,
sorry,
we don't
hold
have to
on.
do the ration thing.
Wait, how do I get to my plus thing here? I don't know how
Well,
to use
true,
this.
all 3 of us are
Layout of
wanderers.
terrain,
I don't know how to use
settlements,
this.
and other
Somebody
features
help
around
me.
you. In addition, what?
How do I get to where my perception
Yeah, we have
is?
we never have to worry about food technically, based on all of those them having
All
the
3
wanderer.
of us have wanderer.
You have
Yeah.
a perception of +6.
Okay, 23.
23. Flowing through the water, you do see a very smooth and slicked, like, head with 2 eyes just floating through the water, making little, like, croaking, kind of like...
So I recognize what it is.
You look at it and roll a nature check.
Ooh.
Check.
You should be good at that. You're good.
8.
8. Just from the eyes, it looks like it could be some sort of amphibian creature, but you've never seen something like this before. It's just flowing down the river close by to
How
you.
big is it?
It is fairly large. It looks like it's about, I'd say, 9 feet wide.
So a
You
9
can't tell how
foot
deep
wide
deep down.
amphibian. Okay.
It's just floating down the river. It sounds, the croaks
That's
are
a
kind of like,
big
it seems like there's a little pain to them.
Can she put her pain to them?
Mhm.
Can she put her hand down and like skim the top of it while it goes by?
Roll an animal handling check.
Wow. 25.
25. You lay your hand down in the water, just gently rubbing it back and
Oh,
forth,
just
and
on
this
the floor.
creature does see it and
No, we're gonna step on
does
it.
come in your direction a little bit. It stops before your hand, looks up, and gives a little like a little croak kind of sound up at you.
So
and
at
it's
that point, I probably
confused.
should definitely know what it is.
At that point,
Are you
at that
frog?
point, you can tell it looks like a giant version of a toad.
It's like a giant toad. And you said it was in pain. Am I able to like check and see if it has anything on it that
Roll
would
a
make it
medicine.
sound like it's in pain?
Roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Or you just bring it back. Bring it back with you.
Shit. Oh, maybe not that bad. 11.
11. Just barely from the water surface, you can see on one of the creature's arms. You can see it looks like there's a scalding of some sort.
Scalding.
You reach down and touch it, and it kind of like moves away a little bit for a second, but rescinds it down into the water, trying to cool it down.
Well, I brought it to. Well, I can't bring it to you. You'd have to come to
Can.
me. But
Or
like,
call.
you'd have to roll an animal. Is your handling good?
No.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I got a 1.
My animal handling.
If I
You want my advice?
moved away from it, is it gonna swim away? Do we know?
Yeah.
Mind +2.
Shit. Okay.
How do you not
Well, she's gonna stand and hopefully it
Just
will
cast
stay.
your wounds on it.
Huh?
Cure wounds.
Yeah, she.
I got rid of that.
Everybody got rid of
I
cure
got
wounds at the
Except
same
for-
time.
Well, you
Everyone
just
but
leveled up,
me. I'm our healer. I'm our. The paladin
This
is.
morning you could have it prepared.
Yeah, you could swap it technically.
Technically,
Oh.
yeah, you've
Hey,
probably.
Brian,
finished
can I
your
ask you a
full rest.
question?
Go
So
ahead.
you could have it prepared. Up to you.
Go ahead.
Can I cast a spell through the many-handed pouch?
That's it.
No,
Aw.
it goes through an extra dimensional space. It's not. It's like there's like this magical barrier between it. It's not letting anything get into that extra dimensional space.
You
Like
just
each
cast
day.
it.
Yeah, but I just changed my spells. Like I just did all of them.
Oh, okay.
Technically, you could wake me
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna stand and I'm gonna call
But
out
like a coin can pass through it.
the coin.
You good? That was Casey tripped.
What do you say?
What'd you say?
Damn.
Hello?
Oh, I'm still talking about the many-handed pouch.
Oh, you still
What's
think
that?
about
your voice just cut
broke
out.
off. What'd you say?
Can you guys not hear me?
No.
We can hear you now. We just didn't hear you.
Yeah, for a
Died.
second it disappeared. It paused, and now
I
we
was
can.
asking about the many-handed pouch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what were you asking other than the can you cast a spell through it?
Okay. Can I pass a magic object through it?
Yeah, magical objects can be stored as long as it
Like
fits.
if it's not a spell.
Magical
I found
effects
a dragon
cannot
toad.
pass through it, but
you did.
objects can,
Yeah.
as long as they can fit.
Poor injured toad.
You can't have the
Oh wait, I
effects
can go
going
back to
through.
having no spells.
Oh my god,
Because
yeah,
I
chaotic
slept.
good person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have full health,
What?
right? Yeah.
Chaotic good.
All right, so you stand up.
It's a chaotic,
I stand up and I'm gonna call
Okay.
out for
Yeah,
him
good.
and see if he can hear me.
All right, you're close by enough. You do hear her calling out
So
your name.
I'm gonna call out to you and be like, "Come here."
I'm gonna run over.
Don't
Alright.
run, but slow down.
Yeah.
You should slow down
And
before you
I'm
get to
gonna
where
ask
she is.
him if he thinks that he can heal the toad's arm, and I'm just gonna like kind of just have it close by because I know the toad isn't afraid of me. I'm gonna have it like kind of in the water, like showing what I'm looking at,
You reach under, and
but
you
not
do
like
lift
touching
up.
it.
You do reach in the water, and right underneath where its area is, and it does slowly just lifts it up, and you hear that painful croak again, but it's now out of the water. You can see the whole part of its arm is cinched
And
a
I'm
little
gonna
bit,
ask,
and it goes down like most of its
and
arm.
I'm gonna ask,
Dragon show
I'm
up.
gonna ask, can you heal him?
It's a burn.
So can you heal it?
We can try, but at the same point, burns will heal, especially with it being in the water.
But he's in
It'll
a lot
keep-
of pain.
You
Yes.
can try and see.
Your girl's real
Yes.
empathetic. I want him to feel better.
All right,
Okay.
what are you doing to try to heal?
I
go into his
am
equipment.
going to use one of my medkits.
One of the healing kits.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's fix a toad.
So, you can use one charge of the heal kit. Are you getting the healer ability too? The one.
Of course.
All right. So the healing. Tell me how much that it would. It's 1d6 plus a few things.
Let's heal
Healer's
a toad.
kit.
Let's
Mhm.
heal a toad.
Go to the healer feet.
Heal a
It's going to
toad.
be under your feet.
Yes.
We love toads.
We love toads.
Should be at the bottom.
I named him Toby. I'm
Oh,
calling.
When you
I'm
use a
just call-
healer's
I'm
kit to
just, like,
stabilize
petting his
dying
head
creature,
saying,
that creature
"You're
also
okay,
gains 1
Toby."
See,
HP.
this is the only reason you're okay
As an
with Harry.
action, you can
It's
spend
like
one
stupid.
use of the
So
healer's
okay with
kit
Harry.
to tend to a
Don't be,
creature and
that's
restore
hilarious.
1d6 plus 4 to it, plus additional HP equal to the creature's maximum number of hit die.
All right. So roll 1d6.
And I'm just gonna be rubbing his head, going, "It's okay, Toby. You're gonna feel better in a second."
I hope the toad just looking at you.
I can't croak for the life of me, but.
Can this toad understand common?
That was a
Damn
1.
it! I was hoping because he's
So
like a
5.
giant
Oh,
owl can.
yeah.
5.
Yep.
So that, and then plus its HP for the number of hit die it has. Okay. So as he starts bandaging up this toad's slimy appendage and everything, you do cover up most of it. It's now wrapped in some white bandages. It was very hard to kind of get it to stick and everything, but you were able to wrap and pin it down. And it does seem like it's feeling a little bit better afterwards.
And I'm just gonna pat him on the head and be like, "You're good, Toby."
And then just like as closest you can think to a smile, and then just and then
Under the
just
water
down
and
the
gone.
river.
Good job, Toby. And I'm just gonna turn around and put
That's
my
so
hand on
cute.
Jeanette's shoulder and be like, "Thank you. He just sounded like he was hurting.
Understandable.
Thank you." And then I'm gonna continue walking, and I'm gonna see if I can find any more wood or other pieces for Knock if she needs it for arrows or stuff.
Roll a survival check.
That's so sweet.
I've been rolling really well, guys. I'm having a good time.
Just wait till you get into the dungeon.
Wait. Plus, what check am I doing?
Survival.
25, bitch.
25.
Shit.
From the rest of your walk around, I don't know how they did that, but
Everyone has
from
to
the
see
rest
this,
of your
I'm
walk
sorry.
around, you are able to find probably
driving.
about 6 very
Fast.
good long branches that
How
you
many did I find?
6 that
6.
could be made
That's
into
even
a
shared.
Okay, and considering the sun's coming up and everything, I'm gonna find that last one. And be like, all right, this is all I found. I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna like bolt through the trees and just jump on her. And be like, I found you some arrows.
Screaming.
I found you some shafts.
This wakes the rest of us up, I'm assuming.
I have a shaft for you.
You
Oh,
just stop talking.
Kyron runs and jumps like
hope you
on
didn't
top
say
of
that.
Nock to wake her up. I found you some arrows!
No, that's what you should say.
And comes down, Vane comes down really quickly, like thinks
And I'm gonna
somebody's
look
about
up
to
and be
attack.
like, I'm sorry, I was so excited.
You found me what?
I jump up
I
with
found
sword
some
and
wood for
shield.
you.
Everything's okay.
I
Not
found you
wearing your
some-
armor too. because
That's
you were-
fine, I'm still
No.
panicked. I was like,
I literally just looked up at, I'm not afraid of it at this point, so I just looked up and I was like, I just got really excited.
We
I'm
good?
sorry, I'll stop jumping on her.
Yeah.
now.
we good?
Vane lands next to you and just like feather out.
And then I'm gonna point at her and be like, I do it to her a lot, so I'm sorry that it's probably gonna happen more often than this.
Anyone
She
notice I'm
wakes
holding
me
the
up like this
all
shield
the
and
time.
sword in the
It's
wrong
okay.
hands?
It's me though. Like trust me when I say it's never in an
You're
aggressive
backwards.
manner.
It's okay. I've made her fall out of trees before.
She's made me
Good
fall
try.
out of 10 trees in a day before. Like fine.
Alright.
Actually,
And
I'm
I'm
going to be
gonna say, I found
determined
you some
if
wood to
Brack
make
is
more
right or
arrows.
left-handed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good
And
press.
I give her a little
Brack
kiss
is
on
ambidextrous.
the head.
You
Good
determine
press.
that.
I bent down to get the kiss on my head. I went like this.
Finishing all your morning stuff. Is there anything
I'll
anybody
put it in my
does
pack.
in the morning?
So I have
I'm going to
6
do my
more
light
sticks.
cantrip to my sword.
Gotcha. Anything else being done in the morning?
I'm gonna be just kind of waving that
I
flower
don't remember
garden
those stuff I have to
have
do in the
and
morning.
just being like,
I will redo my
you waving
craft.
around or are you using it?
no, I'm just waving it. Well, actually, I do kind of want to use it if we're honest. I
I'm
want to like.
going to cast Good Berry.
Alright.
So I take out a sprig of mistletoe, the one that I bought, and you see her just kind of like sit, go like this.
With
for,
the
like,
mistletoe
a
in
minute.
hand.
Actually, yeah, I want to use my flower garden
And then
too.
as soon as you open up your
She
hands,
opens up her hands and there's
and there
berries.
are 10 good berries. Red little berries in the palm.
The hell is that?
And I'm gonna go, ooh!
It's a new thing.
And I'm gonna go, do these taste good?
I haven't tried them yet. Here's the thing though. You can't try one right now
Why not?
because they heal you, so they're better in battle. So I hand,
Like immediately put my hand out.
I hand 2 to her,
Thank you.
2 to him,
Woo!
2 to him.
Woo! I should
And
write that down. I
I
don't have
will
a pen.
hold on to 4 for now,
Okay.
and when we see Naresh, I will give him 2 more.
Okay.
Okay. And
Production
I,
And I
manager
will say,
Casey.
everybody, not only do they heal you, just a little tiny bit, but also you get completely full for the day, so you don't have to eat anything
Wait a
else.
second. This sounds like we're gonna become anorexic.
No.
No, it's
complete nutrition.
And I'm also
That's
gonna
crazy.
just like,
Magic.
I'm gonna be like playing.
When you get there.
I don't know, but I will hand you 2 when I see you.
You'll have to test that out.
I'm
Kyle.
attuned to my flower garden now, so I'm gonna be like
say,
have
so,
it above my
so
head.
here's
Okay.
why I took this spell, everybody. I used to have cure wounds like Kyron has, but I can never get to you guys because I'm super slow. So I figure
They're supposed to be out in the back anyway, so.
yeah.
makes
So
sense.
some of you guys are faster. Maybe if someone's down, you can run up to them, shove it in their mouth.
Or
Yes!
I
Standing
can
with the
cure
flower,
wounds.
waiting for a moment to speak.
I'm sorry. What?
Is this our
And
style
I'm
now?
just gonna go garden, and I'm gonna like make a little garden, and I'm gonna sit in it.
And down right at her feet, just an area, 4x5 area of all of the different types of flowers that are mixed on top of the flower garden, just sprouts in the center, right at her feet.
And I'm gonna
Just
sit
plops
in
down
it, and I'm gonna
center.
start making a flower crown for my
We
head.
should add
Oh,
mistletoe
pretty.
to it.
Because we have there's sunflowers in that, because there's
Because
sunflowers
she was
in it, so
holding
I'm gonna make a
mistletoe when she was
sunflower
sitting
crown.
down.
All right.
So?
You
So
grab
I'm just,
some.
Yo.
just weaving one.
Brian,
All right.
Are you
Roll
trying
a
to make
nature
love
check.
potions here?
no. No, this isn't smarts things.
Hold.
Do you actually consume the mistletoe
No.
13.
when you use it? Oh.
13.
I was
After
gonna say,
about a
if
minute
you
or
act-
two,
if
you
it
are
was
able to
actually
take a few
consumed during your
twigs
spell,
and weave together
we
a
can- I was
sunflower
gonna say,
flower
what,
crown.
if we can try to
And I'm gonna
How
wear
put
it,
it into the
and I'm just gonna sit in my garden and wait
and
for
then grow
everybody
it
to be
in
fully
so,
awake,
and
No, it doesn't consume.
and everyone eats
Damn.
their breakfast and such, and I'm gonna be like, I feel great.
What's up?
You should make good berry wine.
Oh, I don't know how to do
Oh
that.
god.
You
Maybe
should make goodberry wine.
maybe once Jinrash becomes proficient
I
with
don't
the
know
brewer's
how to
kit.
do that. I could maybe do
Hey.
that with an herbalism kit, though. Maybe.
How long until we end up just, instead of doing our mission, just end up with a house doing things instead? Like,
We're gonna be a domestic.
So
We're-
so I
there's
can-
just 6 stream episodes. We're just domestics because we
so
have to
I
get
handed
stuff
2
done.
to everybody. So you guys have 2 good berries.
And I'm
And then
gonna
I
like
have
How many
pretend,
HP
I'm
is
gonna
it
like,
plus?
pretend to eat
They
one
add
in front
1
of her.
hit point
Okay.
per berry. It takes an action to eat it. It says so in the spell. I'm assuming it also takes an action to feed it to someone.
Yeah.
Then? Okay. So
And I'm gonna
that's
tap her on
the-
the shoulder and just go.
yes. No, don't eat it yet.
No. We're going to a
Don't
place.
eat it yet.
Oh my god.
Also, if my owl goes down, you guys better fucking run to it
Duh.
and heal it.
And I'm gonna be like, Vane, do you like berries?
Don't eat it yet.
Don't eat it now, but do you like
Don't eat it
berries?
As long
She's
as
she just has her mouth open like.
It's for if you get hurt.
And we can do the same thing to her, just like put
if
it like.
the
in-
owl lets me touch
Wait,
her.
wait.
Sure.
Can I just do that to you with me? I'm really gonna like turn her head and just put it like past her mouth so it looks like I'm feeding it to her. We're like.
Vane's just turning it like.
You're teasing the owl.
But Knock was just like, don't. But Vane's like,
Ah.
If we don't get hurt and have to use all of them, then you can have one later.
And both me and Vane are gonna be like, ugh.
oh.
If we
What
don't
she
get
said.
hurt,
Whew.
if we don't have to use them in battle, then you can eat one, okay?
I intend to
Damn.
reserve all
What
of my
I'm just
spell
gonna-
slots for healing.
As
this
always,
time
I'm just gonna
out.
point of anger with what she said. Whew.
Alright.
Okay.
So you guys, after
And I
this,
can do this every day.
after dispersing the good berries around,
Yes.
you guys
After
get,
this-
Welcome to
Up the
Goodberry,
goods.
home of the Goodberries. I'm
Can I
gonna
get
take your order.
you guys
I will
gather
mark off
all
the
your
spell.
morning stuff and are ready for the day's journey. The river is in front of you, and you know that you have to head more towards the east of the river, and then you'll hit the mouth.
Does
that
my
leads
garden
down towards
disappear
the-
when I walk away from it?
It lasts for an hour unless you make it disappear.
I'm gonna be like, okay, bye, garden, and I'm gonna go, wah, and it's
And
gonna leave.
all the flowers just vanish into like a little puff of like little. It looks like glitter or like.
And I'm gonna
magic.
turn to everyone else and be like, this is
Fairy
the coolest
dust.
present I have ever gotten.
I will, again,
Damn.
take head charge.
And I
I
have
will
my
have
I'm gonna be right
Vane
behind her with
fly,
my
like,
new sunflower crown.
20 feet ahead just to watch out for anything.
Okay. So Vane. So what's the marching order? Vane's 20 feet ahead.
I'm right after.
Okay.
I'm probably actually. I was
Why
like,
are you right
Vane,
after?
me.
yeah, I'm right after you.
Yeah.
I'm probably like.
Sorry,
bare-
wait a
like,
second.
barely
Wait. Are
behind
we
her,
once
like,
again having our
diagonal,
two
like,
ranged
like, probably
attackers?
like literally against you.
Mhm.
I'm probably like literally
Wait.
like so close that I'm against.
Are we
her.
marching
Yeah.
again with our two ranged attackers in front of us?
I need to be in front. I'm a ranger.
I know.
And we know it better than you guys do, so
I
you have to
understand,
follow
but
us. anyway.
I'm more the fact that the two ranged attackers are in
Fine,
front.
I'll take the back.
No, I'm
so that-
taking it.
No, you guys are in the middle
Why?
because I can't be.
Kyron just like
I'm gonna just
angrily
keep slowing
stomps
down.
behind.
I'm just gonna slow
What if
down
something
and
attacks
let
Miss.
you walk by
from
me.
behind, guys?
So,
We're in the middle.
That's why her in the middle is good.
so
That's
roll,
why I was trying to put her in the
No one ever
middle.
let me do anything.
So roll
You're
a perception check for Vane.
No one ever lets me do
I'm
anything.
not mad at you.
You know what?
No one ever lets me do anything.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's
We're trying to
We
keep
let
you
you do
safe.
tons. You almost died.
11.
Let me die.
11.
No.
No!
Alright.
Your
Damn
dad
it.
will be pissed.
It's not
Yeah.
great.
Instead of
And then how am I supposed to
It's
improve my
okay.
axe? I mean, shit.
You would think
What?
with advantage. But no, I rolled a 5 and a 6. Plus 5.
I have ideas, okay?
It's the roll of the dice.
Yep.
So as you guys are walking along the edge of the river, Vane a little bit further.
Wait, can I roll perception?
If you are keeping an eye out.
Yeah, well, duh.
Yeah.
She's
So
always
we're all
keeping
keeping an eye out, actually.
Yeah, Vane was ahead.
We're
scouting
all
ahead.
very spooked from fucking yesterday where we
Yeah,
had to
Vane's
find a
just
whole bunch of
ahead.
crap.
I think I would probably like to take a look and see if there's tracks.
Okay. Roll a survival check.
Since I know everybody else is paying attention.
12.
Ooh.
What's 16 plus 6?
18.
22.
22. Alright, and 18. So you do see
I got
a
a
bunch
10.
of tracks. Nothing
just
that looks
wondering.
humanoid. It looks like it's all just woodland creatures
But by
just skittering
perception, I
around.
got a 22.
Some of them,
so
it looks like they
if there's
come
anything
up to the
around,
river
I
for a
see
few
it.
Your
people, maybe
inactive
some
perception is the
creatures
one
coming
anyway.
for a drink of water.
Yeah.
What was everybody's perception?
22.
And
Numbers 12.
this many.
I think I can.
I got a 22.
Have we been traveling for an hour or more, or no?
You would be traveling for about an hour when you get to the
Okay,
base
then
of the
I
river.
learn exact number, size, and how long ago they passed through the area when I find tracks.
Okay. It looks like it's been probably not too long. There were some that definitely have been there overnight. Look for some nocturnal animals. Some of them look like they've just passed by a few moments ago. Some very
Do I
fresh
like
tracks.
recognize the tracks?
Some little, some foxes, some of the woodland creatures. Some
Okay,
squirrels
so
come
nothing
around.
like
Nothing dangerous,
Okay.
nothing big or out of the ordinary from
Good.
what you would expect from
Out
the
of the
forest,
ordinary.
which is a little bit odd since you know how dangerous people are saying the forest is. But at least
Yeah.
this area might not have been affected recently.
okay. She's like, well, doesn't look like there's anything dangerous around here right now.
And as you guys travel for about an hour and a half, Vane a little bit ahead, before Vane can even see, Kyron looks up further on the path, and
Yeah,
the
you
river
rolled way
starts to split and going to the left, it looks like, where go to the Warrior's Rest. And across the river, on the part of land there, you see a very familiar face with a red ribbon in his hair coming down and a fiddle in his hand.
Well, okay, so I'm just gonna scream, Naresh! And then just like take off.
Oh my god, that definitely
He's on the
vibes.
other side of the river.
I'm gonna take off.
And then Vane looks over there and just immediately flies over across the
Don't
river.
hurt him.
Gets halfway across the river, like getting close to Vane. There is now a giant owl, like probably about 25 feet from you, just beating its wings in your
And
direction.
I'm still
Naresh.
just running to try and get to him with them.
That's fine. I've literally been walking down the road playing my fiddle with Mage Hand.
How wide is the river?
The river, it looks like it's about 100 or so feet across. It's a wide river.
Is it like
Are
he's
there
like on,
stones in between?
Not
like
any that are
on the-
coming out.
he's
There,
like
there
on-
are
on
in
the
some
road, though, right?
patches, but no direct path across.
But he's on the other side of the river.
How
So-
strong is the current? Is it like really strong? Can she put her hand in and see how strong it is?
Yep, you put your hand in, and there is definitely
So I have
water
to
that's
cross the
breaching
river to
around
get
you.
to
You can
him?
see from the rocks that are coming out, the water is
Be a
moving
fish.
pretty fast. It's not anything like white water rapids, but the water
Oh, I
isn't
could be a
gentle
giant
like
toad
it
now.
was going down the path.
It's still the water.
Okay.
She's gone
And
forever.
Knock would know that we have to cross this river to get where
No,
we're
let me just
going.
still in world so you wouldn't get a
And
new
so,
character.
Naresh, there is a giant owl just beating its wings and staring at you. This owl's got like scarlet red coloring on its feathers, and it has talons as well. Orange and purple eyes, silver around it, just staring at you intently. Not moving anymore because Nock told it to
But I
stop.
see everyone else.
Yes,
On the other
yes,
side
you
of the
did.
river, yeah.
Yes, and you could definitely hear the moment Kyron yelled.
Yeah, I literally.
We're all waving.
I literally screamed your name and then took off, and I'm the first
Like
one
a
at the
bunch of
riverbed, like
morons.
looking at it, like how do I get to
Let's see
him?
what this looks like.
While
do you
playing my
have,
fiddle
like-
with Mage Hand, I wave
Oh,
with
wait,
my
do you
free
have,
hand and
Mold
then
Earth?
down.
I do.
And
I'm
as,
playing
You can
my
make a path.
Yeah, I can raise a path.
and as you guys do see, Naresh is across the river with his fiddle. He's not
Does that
holding
give us
the
spell slot?
part that's playing it. There is a spectral white hand that's just pulling it back and forth, and he waves with his
So
other
I'm
hand.
just gonna look up and go,
Learned a new trick?
what the fuck is that?
Did you learn a new trick?
Are we yelling across this river?
Mage Hand.
And then I'm literally gonna be like, hold on, and I'm gonna use Mold Earth to create a path in the
Is that
river.
using the spell slot?
No.
No,
No.
it's a cantrip.
It's a
I
cantrip.
don't know.
You use Mold Earth, and you look down that the river is about 30 feet down deep. It's
Okay.
not something quick. You can move that patch up forward,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's under
literally,
the river.
I'm literally gonna be doing this and be like,
It'll take a while.
I'm
but
just
it'll
gonna do
work.
it. Like,
5 feet of earth every 6 seconds is not that bad.
Under the water,
So
you see
slowly you can
She-
see
she-
that it's...
So all you see is literally me at the river, like pointing one finger, saying 1 minute, and just staring down, going,
Look at your earthbending.
I'm debating whether this works with the current of the water pushing the dirt down as
No.
soon as she pulls it up.
It
I don't
depends.
think
Is she molding?
it'll-
Is she picking up the bedrock of the
it
river?
says you can pick it up and move it somewhere else. It doesn't say you magically hold it there after.
Could it?
So I'm
What
gonna.
does the spell
can
say?
I take dirt from behind me?
I want to see.
Yeah.
Or will
Yeah,
it
but
be
that would
the
wash
set of
away.
the water?
Exactly.
If you're
you
using
put it into
rocks,
the
it'd be
water.
different.
I
like-
can use rocks, can't I? It's part of Earth.
Yes.
You can, but if you look down into the river, it doesn't look like there's any giant rocks. It's all like pebbles and
Okay,
stones
here's the
in it.
question. What's the base of the river? You're saying
Brian,
He's coming
Yes.
up with this problem on the spot so that I can't do it.
Yeah.
Is that yes to me?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to speak to the owl. Vane, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop.
Is he close enough for me to like
She-
reach a hand out and touch him?
It's a
She-
girl.
She's a lady.
I'm
He's a
gesturing to, so I say to Vane, come closer. I think I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is this gonna be an
Alright.
animal
Vane-
handling check?
Yeah, I think maybe make a persuasion
Yeah,
check.
I was about to say, make a persuasion check.
Let's see.
His persuasion's really high.
Can she make an insight check against him?
If
For
she
that?
would
Oh
like.
shit, I got disadvantage on this.
I think that makes sense for this. Oh, that's bad. 4.
Oh, okay.
That's a 4 for her, so I mean...
So just roll.
You said?
Yes.
I got a 19.
Yeah.
All right. Vane quickly, without looking back at you, just slowly and gets close, still hovering above the water, but now about 5 feet from the edge. So depending on how close to the water you are, Naresh, the owl is right near you.
Oh, we're not beginning this.
I did describe him to her as a friendly person.
Okay, we're
Like,
getting
as a person
distracted
that
again.
we treat as an ally.
Hashtag
Naresh,
humble
what
best
are you
friend
doing
things.
with the owl in front of you now?
So I'm gonna put the fiddle on the whole coffin.
Okay.
Shit. How much can he carry?
The owl?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why did she insist on calling this
Her
bird
strength
a
is
man?
14.
It's a
So
normal
plus 2.
She can probably
This conversation we're about to have.
But she's big.
roll an intelligence check.
This
Cal.
is just what I'm carrying. I carry 151 pounds and I weigh
Okay.
200 pounds.
Yep. Ooh, I got a nat 20.
Oh shit!
But it's a check, so you have disadvantage.
Oh, it is sunlight.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh, shit.
I'm
Aw.
sorry.
Wait a second.
Oh, awesome.
He's also going to go over
No,
water.
you should still,
No, we have to go
it's
over the
nat
water.
15
He
with
doesn't.
disadvantage,
Ah.
so 17?
We're on the wrong
Alright.
side. He's not.
You'd
Oh, then why-
probably
you should tell
be
him
able to
that.
guess that Vane, it might be a struggle depending
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
weight of the
Do you
person.
wanna see this
They're
happen
not
first?
ridiculously heavy.
No,
They'd
he's not
probably carry
ridiculous.
2 medium
Drops
creatures at
them.
once, but it would be there's no
Dies.
saddle, so it might be a kind of rough ride.
I'll say to not Callum. I'll say to Naresh,
Okay.
don't come over here because you're on the right side of the river. We need to go over there.
No?
Yep.
Oh.
I want to give you guys a reminder so bad.
Oh, okay.
I got a boat.
Stupid.
Oh, we have the boat.
I was waiting to figure out what happened.
Everyone,
going on
Thank
with
look
this.
at
you,
mine.
Brian.
We have a boat.
Oh right.
I knew this too. I was hoping for one of you guys to
Oh,
figure it
yeah,
out.
I have a boat.
I was just waiting.
Yeah, Nox like.
Hey guys.
Oh
Hey
wait,
guys.
boat.
Guys,
Pulls out the white box.
I
I'm
forgot that
pulling
we're-
out my
I'm
box.
giving,
Wait, can we follow the river to where we need to go, or do we
I'm
should keep
giving
walking?
Vane
I think we just have to go
a rope.
across, right?
You give Vane a rope.
Yes. And I'm asking Vane in Sylvan so that he can understand me.
She can understand
to pass
common.
the rope back to Nock. You
Okay.
can speak common too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can understand.
She understands.
Common.
He
understands.
doesn't know that yet.
That's
so.
true.
Right. I forgot that she can't speak words.
Nope.
Except for giant owl.
Hoot,
Oh,
hoot,
yeah.
hoot, hoot, hoot.
Okay, so I guess I'm saying common just to be a fucking pretentious dickhead. So I hand the rope to Vane, and I say to give the rope to Nock, so that you guys have a way of getting we'll do hand over hand to get the boat over here in the current, because otherwise you're gonna be swept downstream.
Okay.
All right.
And then we should, with the boat, you should let Kyron be the one to go set sail.
So
No, it's mine.
So
We're on
Vane
a
reaches
boat,
out.
Say
and
it.
it is
Going
my
fast
boat.
and
got a nautical theme. Pass me the add.
So Vane reaches out and grabs the rope from Naresh's hand,
Okay.
still a little bit cautiously, and then
Get
just
the
starts to fly
fuck
across
up.
the river. How much feet of rope do you have?
amongst all of us.
Only 50.
50. Vane's able to get halfway across the river before you're basically holding onto the end of the rope, and Vane's holding on to
It's
the other.
100 feet across.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a very
Jesus
wide
Christ.
river.
Wait.
It's actually not that wide.
Hey guys. I like his thought
There
process.
might be oars.
There are oars.
we also have more rope.
Yes. But we
How
could
are we gonna
also
get it?
we could
You
have
have an
Vane
owl.
pull the boat with the rope.
I don't think she can pull it.
Does she have enough strength to do
I
that?
don't think she does.
She's not super strong, no.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think she could.
But the folding boat
I would know how strong
also
she
has a
is,
sail,
It
Oh.
does.
so we can even use Vane
Oh.
to produce
yeah,
wind.
Vane.
Oh my God, Vane,
Vane,
use
come
your
here.
knife.
Just let go of the rope. It's fine.
Vane drops the rope in the water, and now you're just holding onto the rope, just.
I just sweeping
flailing
down
around.
the street.
Sorry. And
No, it's fine.
I have her
That's
come
fine. I'll
over.
just pull her
I'm
rope
like,
in.
okay, there's a good job for
I
you.
had an idea. It didn't work.
We
There's
tried.
a cool job for you.
Teamwork. We tried.
Jinash, make the boat.
I'm pulling out my folding boat,
and I'm
Where are
gonna,
you-
putting it so it's right on the edge of the
I was
river.
waiting for you guys to do it on land and just.
and you know what's
No.
gonna happen? Kyron's gonna be a dick, and before he can say go,
No.
"Sit down!"
You are able to just run over, touch it, and see.
Yeah, I did it. Ha!
It's
So
in the right
as
spot. It's okay.
As Jinrash
He
is
puts it
starting
down, I'm
to
just
flip
gonna
the
rub my
boat,
finger and go, set sail!
as Jinrash is holding the boat, starting to push it there, Kyron reaches over, puts her finger on top, goes set sail, and magically the the box just opens up, and in one quick burst, a boat just
And I'm
does
just gonna
appear.
smile at him and be like,
The boat seems to be.
You ruined have everything.
It's-
Everything that's mine.
This
You
boat-
have ruined so far.
This boat.
I can't have any special moment.
I'm gonna point out that you're a 50-year-old man crying like a
just
child.
screaming.
God.
As right before he got the chance to say that, the boat expanded and knocked him back. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you don't
say-
get the yell. You just
roll
get
an
thunk.
acrobatics check to see if you can keep your footing or if you fall.
No, I didn't mean for that to happen.
As this is happening, I'm gonna explain to Vane the plan.
19.
19. You are able to hold your footing,
Did you add
and
the-
the boat half goes in the water, half onto the land. You can see it is sky blue around with cloud prints, just like the box
And
itself.
I'm going, it's pretty.
There are two benches inside, and
Don't
there are
give me
two
that look.
and there
I'll
are
give
two
you that
sails
look.
as
You can do it next
oars as well. They're in the
Mine.
middle of two of the benches. There is
I learned
one
how to do it. I
sail,
wanted to do it.
some stick that goes up, and there is a sail. It's a blue sail, just like the rest of the boat, except it's got that symbol on there in orange on the sail, the one that was on
I like it.
on the
Blue and
sail
orange go well
piece
together.
on there.
So Nock is going to explain to Vane what the plan is.
The boat starts slowly. getting
I'm
in the water.
grabbing
Grab
the
it.
boat.
You grab the
So
boat.
I say,
Okay.
Vane, here's what you're gonna
easily able to
do.
hold it against the current.
Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna fly behind the sail, and you're going to flap your wings
Whoop.
to make enough air to push us across towards Naresh. Does that sound like a thing you can do?
Whew.
Awesome. I love
Thank
you.
you.
One feather up. Whew.
I love you.
And then I'm just gonna jump onto the boat and sit like this.
Yeah, and she's gonna jump onto the boat.
Everyone get in.
I hop on
Okay.
at the
I'm just
end.
sitting
He's
on
like,
like
do you
this.
want me to get in next? Because I'm pretty
Alright,
sure I'm
there-
gonna
there
misweight this
are
boat
two-
and make it harder
Fine.
to push.
There are two rows, two in the front of the sail,
I
and then
sit in
two
front.
behind.
I'm gonna sit behind her, like
In one of the benches, or in the bench behind, or just on the
on
ground.
the ground.
Okay.
She doesn't understand.
Looks like
benches.
we are rowing
Like,
this boat.
Well, the owl's making the
She's
boat.
so excited.
Well, to get it off, I understand. Yes.
We're gonna push the boat off and get in.
And then jump.
Yes.
Okay, ready? 3,
Push.
2, 1,
Push!
Athletics check.
In it.
And the yeah.
Athletics.
You want to do an
check.
athletics check for us? The two people with the highest athletic scores?
I'm gonna say athletics, and then to also push and then hop in, just to see. Let's for fun, for shits and giggles.
For
Even with this, it's still gonna be okay. It's 8.
Okay, 8.
And I got a 7.
Oh my god! Did they miss the boat?
See, I wasn't gonna let go of the boat. I just had to pull myself
So
in.
now we're just hanging on the
They
back.
push the boat and it gets in the river, and they try to hop in, and their foot gets caught, and now they're just holding onto the side of the boat as it's starting to flow down. Vane's flapping her wings into the sail.
We should probably help them in.
God, this would be an athletics check for Vane. See how hard she can flap to actually keep the boat from
Can
going
me and
down.
not go over and like help the boys into the boat?
Yeah.
I like how the two people with the highest
So I'm
athletic
gonna
checks just
grab
failed.
I'm gonna
I
grab
know
him first because I know he's heavier, and if he falls in the water, he's gonna sink. So
Literally,
I'm gonna
rock.
grab him first.
Athletics for Vane is 13,
Okay.
and I'm gonna also go over and try to help.
So you can
I'm
grab
gonna
Jin
chicken
and I'll
wing.
grab-
So I'm putting
the boat
go
is
from one
slowly
arm holding
moving
on
downstream,
to all
but
the whole
Vane is
arm. So
keeping
I'm
from going too
just
much. Yeah, you were able to grab and everything.
So I'm pulling Bracket in because I
With-
know he'll sink.
with
I
advantage
weigh
because Bracket is
151
helping.
pounds.
Roll a strength check.
I will try to help Jinra.
Bracket
Okay.
weighs
And you can roll a
350.
strength- You can roll
Can
a
I-
strength check with advantage because he's helping. Since they are doing the pulling, you guys are assisting them to
How
help
do I
them
get
get in,
this
but
thing
they're
to turn
doing
on?
the actual action. So the strength check is.
We're keeping ourselves from
Nat
falling
20.
on the
Nat
side.
20. All right.
Total of 22.
Oh my God, Nox
Hold on.
freaking nat 20s.
And we're from the fact that,
Yeah,
in case everyone knows, Bracket weighs 350 pounds.
Athletics.
He's in strength.
Yep, just straight
Oh, wait,
strength
what's
with
my strength?
advantage.
Shit.
Callum, I
sorry.
can't hear you. What's up?
Range on Bardic.
0.
What's the range on what?
I
14.
got a
What's the
14.
range on Bardic Inspiration?
Um,
Bardic Inspiration.
Do not vertically inspire
Read-
me to pull someone to a
read
boat.
it.
I swear to God, if you
I'm-
waste it on that, I'll punch you in the face.
I'm not sure what the range is. Read the spell.
So
I
I'm
think
pulled
it's something
in.
like 60 feet.
Yeah, we're
So
definitely too far away.
Jinrash is Nock. Surprisingly for her size, Nock grabs onto your scales, and with your help, she just lifts and pulls you into the boat.
And I got a 14.
As soon as I
14.
get in the boat,
Mm.
I'm going to stand and use my tail to wrap around him to help her.
Let
For-
me.
Kyron, for the most
Try.
part, has brought Bracket in. Bracket's now over the side. Your tail latches around his leg and then
Just
does
like-
the
just
rest of
flips
the
him into
flip
the
it.
Yeah,
Get the
Josh
fuck in here!
Well,
Vane's
I'm
just like,
the heaviest one of us. I was 351
But Vane's
pounds.
just
But I got
flapping.
you in the boat, didn't I?
Yes,
Vane's
you
just
did. Good
flapping
job.
hard, keeping the boat, but it's still moving downriver. Naresh, you're seeing the
Good
boat
girl.
slowly going back down the river.
Could she make another check to
122
see if she can
pounds.
fix it?
Oh wait, we could begin rowing with actual
Yeah.
oars.
As you guys,
I'm
get
gonna
back
pull
into
the oars
boat.
out.
Get in. We're both getting an oar, and we can.
All
Yeah.
What
right,
is that?
roll athletics checks and roll another.
Let's not do a
athletics
crappy
check.
one.
I'm just gonna be
Oh yeah!
I'm sitting in the boat like this still. Like, we'll
23.
God, jeez, she's not rolling well.
That's
Kyron's
fine.
literally could be like sitting there going, we'll
What?
get there.
Athletics.
That's
14.
We'll get there.
14.
8.
Alright.
23.
All right, what side of the boats are you on? Who's on the right? Who's on the left?
Well,
Which
because
side
we're
would be
flowing
more
this direction,
helpful?
so we're both on the same side.
Well,
No,
there-
we want to still be split.
Well,
So I'll go right. So then,
No, because we're trying to go back upriver, so the stronger should be on this side.
but you got the stronger roll.
roll.
Yes.
So, yeah, so I'm correct. I know how to row a canoe.
Yes, but we're
Kyron
On separate
literally
sides of
out
the
loud
boat.
was going, we'll
Understand.
get there someday.
You're on
We'll
that
get there
side. I'm on this
someday.
side.
Yeah.
Naresh, you're just looking at this from a distance, just watching your friends. Just...
No, I'm following it. I'm following it downriver. Like I'm following in the direction.
And Kyron was
You-
going,
you
Naresh,
act-
I'll get there soon.
You actually can't because you're on the side of the river where it splits and then goes down to Warrior's Rest. So there is two different rivers in front of you.
Oh no.
You're just watching them slowly go down river.
So I'm literally going, Naresh, we'll get to you someday.
Conundrum.
As you are, so how are you rowing again? Who's where?
So we're flowing this direction, correct? I really wish we had a map up.
Where are you sitting? Are you guys rowing on opposite sides?
Yeah,
We're on
opposite
opposite
sides.
sides.
Okay.
Or else we go in a circle, Brian.
So
what I was saying.
I wanted. It could happen if
Is
you
there
did
more?
that way.
Are there more oars?
There are 2 oars that are provided with this. So you are putting more effort on yours. You are getting across. Janosh, you are helping.
He's
It's
keeping us
going
going
I'm
bit-
keeping
straight.
us
But
straight.
but
Yeah.
Vane's beats not as effective as before, but are helping keep the direction. And you guys are slowly moving a little bit against the current and in the direction towards the opposite shore.
That's what we want. We don't want to go straight
You're-
against current.
You're about 40. I'd say about 40 feet from where the river curves down to go down to the Warrior's Rest.
So almost there.
Oh, I'm gonna use shit. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna use 2 bardic inspirations.
Why?
on
How many do you
target
have?
and one- What?
How many
I think
do
he
you
might
have?
be too far away.
How what's the range on Bardic Inspiration?
60 feet.
He's in
Oh, I don't know. I was asking you.
Let me check.
thought-
I said it might be. I'm not sure.
I just
I
need to know
wouldn't-
whether it's in.
You don't
range.
need to waste it on us.
Right before
Yeah.
a dungeon, though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
waste
You
it
guys
on
don't-
us.
You guys don't know you're about to go to a dungeon.
But still.
Well, I wouldn't waste it on us because we also have the highest athletics
Yeah.
modifiers.
I would waste it if it was me.
I'm watching you fucking float
Bar-
away from me.
Bardic Inspiration. So.
Right,
We
so-
weren't on the boat correctly.
So.
If we
Callum,
got on the boat correctly, we wouldn't have a problem.
Bardic
Yeah.
Inspiration has to be within 60 feet. They are 40 feet from when the river.
I would
curves,
suggest
and
doing
that,
it on
And that river.
Vane.
And that river is about 40 feet wide where it splits. So they are about 80 feet from you right now.
Ah.
They do get to the They do get to the opposite side of the shore, and you guys are near that side, and you are pushing forward. So you are gaining 30 feet to the curve, 30 feet, 20 feet. Vane's still flapping her wings, 10 feet, a little bit more, and you are at the curve. You can start turning. Naresh is 40 feet over to the right. You might get taken into the current a little bit if you keep on just take the curve around. How are you guiding the boat?
I don't know because I don't know what this looks like, Brian.
We're gonna try to go straight to the land
So,
instead of.
I mean, you guys do have the map, but you guys were coming upriver right here and then
I don't
going
have that
down
map.
that curve. Kyron has that map somewhere.
Kyron, you're holding the map in front of us.
The navigator. Is it over in the corner?
It's
there?
in your
I don't know
laptop.
where it is.
Ugh.
You said you put it in your laptop last section. Did you put it? Keep it in there?
Nope, it's here.
Here it is.
I definitely did not put it with my stuff. I left it here.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So where are we?
You guys are on that part of the river right here, and you just got to that corner. So it
I
starts
don't know what I
curving. Naresh is right on that opposite
So we're
shore.
trying to get to there, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's keep on going up towards Warriors, as if we're going towards
Casey,
Warriors.
did I screw anything up?
No,
Oh, stream?
that keyboard's on that computer.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep on going towards the shore, but upriver a little bit.
All right, are you trying to get to the opposite shore to get to Naresh
Yes.
and everything? All right, so Naresh, they are now heading down the current towards the Warriors' Rest, and they're trying to move to your side of the river. So they're moving downward, and they're moving closer to you. It looks like they're moving down.
Okay, so I'm gonna run after them.
All right, in about 40 or so feet, you are able to get the boat to the opposite shore. It's still flowing down the river a little bit, unless you do anything to try to stop it, so we can get in.
Guys,
I'm
we
gonna.
can
Is he?
just-
Wait,
we
is
can
he
just
standing
walk
across from us
the
yet?
extra
He's
distance.
on the land
It's
right
okay.
next to you, and the boat's moving.
Throw
Throw
a
us
rope.
a rope. Yeah, or tell him
Yeah.
to throw a rope because he already has it out.
Yeah.
Throw us a rope.
So I'm grabbing the boat and hauling it onto the shore.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna put the oar in
I just grab the
and
boat
jump
and haul
out
it
and
onto
help
the
him
shore.
hold it.
All right, so you're
I'm gonna get out next because I'm the heaviest.
All right, so he's holding the boat and everything. He is able to first
I'm gonna-
shits and giggles roll a strength check because there is a lot of weight in this boat and there is a current.
Let's do the math. Well, you're a 200-pound person
Son of a
plus.
bitch, another nat 20.
Wasted.
So what? You're
Okay, so
122
it's a nat
plus
20.
whatever your weight is.
All right,
I don't know.
so
what
you're
it
able to
is.
hold the
I
boat.
weigh 200 pounds and
You get out and hold it.
he gets out
as
first.
well.
Yeah, I'm getting out.
Okay.
He gets out first, so that way he can be stable for
Oh,
giant dude
okay.
in all the armor to jump out.
So Jinrash gets out of the boat and then afterwards Bracket. Are you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, well, do you want to be in the water?
No, don't have it go in the water. Soap! No!
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get out. I'm gonna hold out my hand to Kyron and say, "Come on, let's go."
And I've been sitting on the floor this whole time, so she has to try and pull me up. But like,
I'll pull her up.
All right, and you guys all
It
get
won't
out
be
of
in
the
there. It's
boat.
gonna be in,
Still holding onto the boat. There's
features and
nobody
traits, I
inside.
We'll hop out. I'll still hold her hand
Okay.
once we're on the ground.
Facial
no,
traits.
just hand me a go. No.
All right.
Oh,
so what do you
mine
guys
is
do?
just like-
You're all there. The boat's still
touch
there
it.
and held,
I hold it. I say, "Time to dock,"
and the boat just.
and I hold
And
it.
it's a
Yeah, it
box.
should be
Yeah,
in.
we took it. We took both
Fucking
ways away
pinches
from
my
him.
fingers
Now I
and I was
feel
holding
bad.
onto it.
You know what, at this point-
there was wood right next to you in your hand, Naresh, and then just suddenly
didn't
just disappeared.
remember.
You remember identifying this boat, but you never saw it.
You
It
never
happen
put in
before.
any of your stuff.
How am I
Nope.
going to tell
Yeah.
it to you without it doing it? And I hand it to her.
Oh, knock.
I'm gonna put it back in.
They did. We're the ones who read it.
Jinrash, I'm sorry that I took your moment away, but you forgot.
You know what? Everyone takes my moment, so it doesn't matter anymore.
And I'm just gonna be like,
I'm
I'm,
gonna
not
take out-
even sorry.
I'm gonna
It
take
was fun.
out.
And
Let's see.
Naresh, what were you trying to say to Knock?
Oh, I have the many-handed bags that I'm gonna give to her for her track jack.
I'm gonna take out.
Since I can't cast a spell through it, it's completely useless to me.
I'm gonna take out a stick. I'm gonna say, "Do you want this?"
No, I'm
I
good.
know you like wood.
I know you like wood.
That's the only thing I know about you.
So what? Am I just swords
And
to
I'm-
you?
And I'm gonna go. Take the stick.
No.
Take the
I'm taking the stick for him. Okay. I'll keep this for you.
You
Put it
can
in
The
the
now
only
add-
bag.
thing I know
you
about
can-
you
You
is
can now
that
add
you
a
don't know anything,
you can now add a stick
I like
to your
And then he has a
sword.
mouse.
and that you have a mouse,
I like swords. Hey, you
and
know,
that you like Xylia. That's it.
and my entire personality is sarcasm and swords. I am.
And then he's
Oh,
super
and that you
Suck
like
it.
to flirt.
And then he's
Yeah.
super
I am
excitable.
Sokka.
He's just super excitable.
So now I have
I
5
stated,
sticks.
I
And so
am
not-
Sokka. I'm literally
I
just
am
playing.
Naresh.
Naresh reaches
I don't know
out
what
and
my
he hands
character is
you
literally.
these
Yeah.
two pouches. They
Son
you
of
do
magic
remember seeing
powers.
these at
Oh, yeah.
Ladris. They're the little tiny sample handed pouches that Trell was selling.
Oh, what are you giving this to me for?
I can't cast spells through them, so I figured you might want to give it to your big bird. Have
Big
one
bird.
of them. You can send the track
Vane's on the ground, just cocked head in your direction, sideways, just looking at you like, who?
Hey, bitch, what'd you say to me?
How did
What'd
you
you call
know
me?
she was mine?
Because you're the ranger.
I guess that's true. I don't know. Everybody else was really surprised to see that I had a big owl.
I was excited, not
And I'm
surprised.
gonna go,
Those are different
to
things.
be fair, I was expecting like a dog or a wolf.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
I
you
was
just kind of
expecting a
walked out with
giant
an
owl.
owl.
I was not surprised.
Like,
I
I
was
was
excited.
surprised.
I will.
And Kyron's like, I'm not surprised.
He's an owl, but with this
Okay.
ragtag bunch, like, what are we really?
Okay,
No,
and
Tyler-
I will take a bit of rope that I have, and you know how like rope is like different strands all twisted together. I will cut off a bit of it with a dagger. Like how
Yeah, fuck.
wide along is her neck?
Vane's neck is probably around.
Yeah.
I'd say
I'll
probably.
measure it with the rope.
I'd say probably
Like 2 feet.
2 feet.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
can't
I'll
tell
cut
what
off 2
type.
feet of my rope, and I will I will write that down. So
Okay.
I have 48 feet of
Kyron
rope.
probably still being like, see, I wasn't surprised you got a companion. I was just surprised about what kind of companion you showed up with.
I'll string on,
I was just surprised that she
Bag.
just showed up with one.
and I will tie it around her neck, and I will make it so that it's like
I'm trying to see if
some
my
of
reference
the
are in chat.
fibers,
Oh.
but not all of them. So it's not just like a heavy rope
Mm-hmm.
weighing her down,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna test it out and put the track jack through.
All right.
You should have ripped this rope to one strand. It's a braid rope. Should have gone to one braid.
I did.
Oh, I didn't. I was
Yeah.
paying attention and writing to chat.
It is now hanging there on the neck and everything. The rope has successfully. It's basically like a little necklace with the track
Yay.
jack on it. Woo. Just likes it out. Woo.
Oh, super good job. Okay, can you put it back in? And then I grab it out and I put it on.
Yeah.
That could be useful.
It can.
I'm gonna say it's okay. I
You
wouldn't
can
have-
feed the berries to him through it.
That's true.
Why would you be mad
That's a
at
good
me?
idea. Oh, by the way, berries. And I grab 2 good berries and I hand them to Naresh. And I say, these can help you heal a little bit in battle.
Oh, and I take them, and as I look at them, I pop one in my mouth. I'm like, oh, I'm famished, and I pop one in my mouth.
All right.
Her eyes go wide. She's like, wait! She's like, why would you eat it now?
Was I not supposed to do that?
Well, it heals you a little for battle, but it's okay. Everybody else has more than one, so I guess if you get hurt, someone else can.
Oh, I'll have to keep the other one.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If
No,
you
it's okay. I can do it every day. I could actually do it again.
if you needed one hit
Today.
point, you restore 1 hit point. But Callum, it does not restore your famishedness.
Yeah, it does not.
Damn it.
It does not say anything about constructs or undead.
He can get the hit points.
It
He-
does say that it would provide enough nourishment to sustain a creature. It doesn't say anything about what kind of creature.
Well, this is normally some type of food that restores him. Because he's a vampire, he needs blood to
Okay.
sustain him. So it's not.
I
it's
just thought
not
maybe it
some
was
type
the
of food.
magic that
It's
sustains
not
him.
really like a sustenance. It's more like an addiction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
she'll just be like, okay,
And
just
that's
in the
that was
future,
really
maybe
more
don't
creepy.
use them until after, like right before bed. Just because we could get hurt.
I'm sorry. I
It's
didn't
okay.
know that's what they were.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to.
What, did you ever put your
It's
alignment
okay.
in?
Alignment?
All right.
Yeah.
Now with
For
the
what?
party whole
Description.
again,
Yeah.
right at the mouth of the river. What are you guys starting to do?
Eat your shit.
I will face
Kyron's
towards.
gonna walk by and just flick Naresh in the nose.
Oh, you're
and be
poor.
like, you were gone for too
Wait.
long.
That's the only thing you
Everyone.
What's
It
up?
should be
Everyone.
for-
And as you're doing that, Naresh, Kyron walks up and flicks you in the nose and says, "You've
You
been
were
gone
for too long.
Ow.
And I'm literally gonna be
I
like,
pull out my fiddle and I'm like, but maybe this will make up for it. And I show her my badass new fiddle and I'm like, yo, look what Trell made me.
and I'll be like,
So-
it's cool, but I almost died twice.
That's true.
I'm sorry. I didn't know
He was,
that.
he was there for the first almost death.
I know. I'll be like, you were gone, and I almost died again.
What are you?
I
So
think
what
that
you guys
Are you
maybe
neutral?
We need you.
What you guys see is there is a
Fiddle.
fiddle but it's got different strings now. It's no longer the silver strings that were
And
on
because
before. It's regular.
Kyron's super into
and you
music,
do-
she's gonna put her hands up like, can I hold it?
And you
What
do
hair do you
feel
have?
there is some aura just emanating from it. It sounds like a magic.
I don't
It feels
have
like a
I'm
magical
asking
presence.
to
Yeah, I
hold
do.
it. And I'm gonna start plucking the strings out and be like,
Making
Well,
the
what
little
color
notes.
is
Dom
your,
suddenly,
Flipping
like,
along
My
on it.
person?
drops her
No,
eye.
no, what
She's
color
like,
is your,
guys,
those
I
things
forgot
coming out the back of your head?
something.
what?
I should be
I
on
was
scale.
supposed to tell you guys something.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
What's up?
Remember when I told you that I had to
Oh,
tell everybody
yeah,
something?
yes.
You
Yes,
let me
about
forget.
this. You're asking the man who forgets things to remember something.
Okay.
He
That's
doesn't remember who he is.
this is more on you than on me.
Remember how I was wearing a watch last night and
That
now
I am now
back into it.
watching.
he's
And
wearing
because my
it.
perception, I was like, yeah, I noticed that switched to arms.
So I opened
Not
it
even
up
people,
last
arms.
night. I opened it up last night because I was curious about what was
You
inside
open?
it.
There's an opening on that?
Yeah, it was hard
And
to
I'm just
do.
gonna I'm gonna grab his wrist
You're not
and look
gonna
at
be
it.
able to open it.
I'm not trying to. I'm just.
I'm
looking
assuming
at
the
it.
opening's on the back
Kyra's
since I don't see
literally
anything on the
just like,
front.
Kyra's full blown just grabbed Bracket's arm and pulled it to her eye.
There's
It's like,
gears on the inside.
Like these ones.
Like his little symbol. So I was like, oh, he should have
I'm
it.
doing this while holding a shield and the thing, so you
Plus-
clearly.
and his arm is in my hand.
Plus, I kind of think
No,
that
that's the
tracks
sword arm.
time.
I have your arm. I'm like,
Can she say that at this point?
I know. I agree with it.
I'll allow it.
No, no.
Okay.
You've had it for long
I've
enough.
had it.
I want you to say that, and I'm like, I agree. I think it has to do with time too,
Because I mean,
I'm a-
gears.
because it kept
And
changing
her-
as we went through our
Yeah.
day the other day when we kept
Yeah.
checking it when we first got it.
And then
I have no clue how it does it. That bit, no clue.
gears
But
move on the inside.
besides but I'm saying like, in what relativeness to our existence
Oh, I'm not
does it track
sure.
time?
Could I have noticed,
Angel was trying to tickle
like
me, so I
having
tickled
it
her back.
for so long? Could I have noticed how many ticks it did when I cast like a spell? Could I have noticed that?
I mean, would you have been looking at your watch when you're casting a spell?
I feel like I would have done it at least once just to see.
Sure. I'll
Okay.
allow it.
Stop, or else he's gonna hit the table
I'll be
again.
like,
That was
well, I
mean.
know
That was all her.
when I cast a spell, it ticks like 6 times.
Okay, so we'll call that 6 ticks.
Don't.
ticks. Because
Because seconds
that's
don't
like
tick.
the second hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Which we don't know about seconds really. That's not a concept.
No, also when Naresh was casting Identify once, there were 10 ticks on that one.
On the
Long.
Because
long
I did
one.
say one time that
the
I
long
was
fat on the long fat one.
looking at it. Yeah, that one.
Okay, okay.
I don't know
I
how
wonder-
many ticks for the big one.
Lot.
Well,
A
if it takes
lot.
it takes a long time, so it's probably however many times it takes for this one to go around.
Probably.
Like
So
that
they're
would make
just
sense,
for
right?
The watch right now, and Kyron's just going, I don't get it.
No,
Anyway,
this
I
is
think
important.
it
We're going
tracks
under,
time.
like we're going to where we're going, and if we are underground, it might take time. We need to take track of time.
Oh, I forgot again. Point of the story.
Oh, sorry,
There
we're getting.
was a paper inside.
I like mechanics. I'm sorry.
There was a paper inside.
What did it say?
And I take it out.
So it's like, yay me!
And I did write it down in my journal, but I take out the paper for dramatic
Is it
effect.
in
Yep.
the journal?
Yes. But, yeah, I take out my journal and I open it up, and inside is the
yeah,
paper.
yeah.
And I take it out, and I read, so here's what it says, and I think it's important.
Everyone, listen.
When the last flicker of twilight lights up the land, the anvil points, and the god stares. Where only the nature's guardian... Oh, wait. Where only the wise can perceive the way, and nature's guardian protects her sleep.
And Kyron was probably just sitting on the ground in front of her looking up like story time. And then just goes,
That was,
Story time.
that was very vague in terms of which gods it's talking about.
Well, nature's guardian is Naira.
Yeah, I got that, and I'm
So-
assuming in terms of anything that's to do with ticking of time, it has to do with
Well, and
Xalia
the
in
only
theory.
god that slept is Xylia.
yeah. So I'm
So
assuming it's
probably
them two.
her.
so it's whoever
But
looks
I don't
after
know
Naira.
when the last flicker of twilight lights up the land, the anvil points and the god stares. What's the second god that's staring?
We
Well,
don't know.
It's the god who's staring at Naira. But the god stares
Where only the wise can perceive the way, and nature's guardian protects her sleep.
So who's nature's guardian?
That's Naira.
No.
No, Nature's Guardian's Naira.
Guardian's
No, I know.
No, that makes sense.
So Naira
Can we need to like put this up on screen so we can
Can I
dissect
make
this.
an intelligence check to see if I can decipher this or glean any more information from
Can
it?
I do the same, which will be unhelpful
Or like
to
a
her?
religion check?
It's
Maybe-
what you guys think it is.
It's
Nature's
just
Oh, this is
guardian
an opinion
protects her
piece?
sleep.
Great. Thank you, teacher.
For the last flicker of twilight, so time going by, lights up the land. So dusk. So when the sun goes down.
You're 7 feet tall.
So when the sun
The
goes down,
anvil
the
points.
anvil points, and I'm gonna look at the watch and be like, can that line thing be considered an anvil, or am I losing my mind?
I don't think so.
I wait.
No. I think anvil is metaphorical,
maybe there's
not.
an anvil there.
What's an anvil?
Can we say this while we're going?
You would know what an anvil is. You have a sword.
And I'll
So
have,
as
Swords
you
are
guys
made of
also
anvils.
have Vane fly ahead.
Yep. As you guys are
Don't you
walking
have a
forward, you
scimitar?
are discussing.
That's a
That's
type
sword.
of sword.
I call
Can
it
I have
just a
Vane
scimitar.
make a perception check again?
Yeah, and Naresh trailing near the group and everything, listening intently to this.
And I'm literally going the anvil stairs and the
Can I
gods.
walk somewhere near the front near Bane?
And I'm like in the
Vane's
gods.
flying a little bit
stairs.
forward, and
That's a 13 for her.
all right, and you're roughly like a step or two behind
Yeah, that's
Vane.
a 6'8".
Vane is keeping like an eye roughly on you as you're just getting close by.
Yeah, you're distracted.
You're pretty
her.
light
That's why she rolled
In
that.
terms of. Well, actually, no, you're muscly.
Wait,
Yeah.
where the wise, only
So
the
it's
wise
like
can
330.
perceive the way, so a place that would
I think
only
that's a
open
little
up
high.
No,
to
my
wise
average
people.
height or weight for a dragonborn is
Well,
300.
remember
Oh,
what
okay.
your dad told us? We had
Yeah.
to find a special
Oh, it means you're
rock
actually the
when
heaviest
we go
character.
inside.
There's a mirror with like a little rock.
With a
on it.
little gem on top, yeah.
The
Yeah,
anvil
I'm
points
just
to the gods
like
stairs,
simplifying
where
it
only
for
the
everybody.
wise can perceive the way, and nature's guardian protects her sleep. So is it where Naira is protecting?
I think we should go over this not right this second.
No, we're walking while we're doing
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
we're still walking.
Hmm?
So,
Okay, I'm standing with you guys trying to
So,
cipher
but
this as
Kyron's
well.
literally
Again.
staring at, like, is probably holding
Can
it
I-
right now, is staring at it.
Vane, and
Yeah.
then knock.
Because hearing it
And
and
after-
reading it is two different things.
After walking, you guys discussing this for a while, you do get open to an opening. Vane and Naresh are the first ones. As the river comes down to a area, you can see rock walls start building off the side, pushing the trees up the land, and then the river widens. And in front of you, you are familiar with this area, and Kyron, you've been around this area once or twice.
I've
This is
probably
ref-
taken her here.
This is referred to as Warrior's Lake.
Woo!
What you're seeing, it's a wide lake surrounded by about 50-foot rock walls where the forest does sit on top. You knowing that your tribe living to the right side over there.
I imagine that Nox probably come here a few times when she was being bullied just to like get away from everybody.
Yeah.
Since this is a pretty desolate area.
And as you guys are looking, you see more prominently than ever before, there is the giant tree over to the left, known as Nature's Source, towering over the forest. You looking up in its branches, and anybody who does look up there, roll perception check.
Can Vane also look up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up there, but
I
can
got a
I?
15.
Ooh, I rolled well. 22 for me.
Oh, balls.
For Vane,
I got a 15.
I got
9.
14.
ooh, she got a 20.
It was 17. And then I
She
rolled
also
more.
got a 22. We both rolled
14.
the same.
All right.
Nine.
Anybody who rolled
How cute.
15 or higher
Uh,
can see that they're very high up in the branches. You can see normal-sized eagles. There are a few giant eagles as well, just flying around the treetops.
So when I can
up
fly,
There's some
Here we go.
hawks up there and something big, white, and winged. It's
it's gonna
Anybody-
nose right now.
anybody who's proficient in the nature skill
Me!
can roll a nature check.
Me!
Nope. By the way, I've totally analyzed
That
this.
one! So...
You could use a lucky.
Oh, fuck you!
Use a luck point.
Yeah, you never should be able to roll in that one at this point, right?
I shouldn't have.
3 times a day you can reroll.
Still fucking sucks, it's fine. What's my nature again? A plus what?
You're proficient in it, so it's
You're
probably pretty
proficient,
good.
so it's probably plus like
Plus 4 or 5. Or maybe plus 6.
depends on what you're.
I don't know how to use this thing.
Well, it's upside down.
Oh. Well,
That's probably.
Your
good.
nature skill.
It's a lot harder when it's in the
Your
case.
nature skill is a +3.
8.
8.
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, let me
I
see
was
if
reading.
Or reading
Nope.
about your race.
Yeah,
she's -1.
you're not exactly sure what this is, but it's got a
Not
long.
me.
It's got
My
a
owl.
long curved beak. It's got really wide white winged arms and some legs underneath, and it just flies around the treetop.
Does
at
it look
the very top.
similar to Vane?
No.
It's a different kind of bird.
what are you guys
Does
looking
it have
at?
like a long neck or is it a short neck?
So,
It is a long
guys,
neck.
the
It's
hell
like
are
a
you guys
stork.
looking at?
I'm gonna point
It's
out
a
that because
bird.
I didn't see anything. I'm just
And I'm
reading.
gonna go, there's a giant bird.
And then
A giant
also
bird.
around,
What's happening?
Yeah.
and also
It's a
around,
big bird.
Is it like a crane?
I don't know.
Is it
I'm
more?
not proficient in nature, but I do have a +1. But let's much.
Unfortunately, only somebody who's proficient in
Yeah.
nature.
I don't know
Sad.
shit.
No,
And then that's
Wait a
I
minute.
don't. I didn't even see the bird.
The flower garden makes me.
proficient in nature skills.
No, it says if I was already proficient in nature, I go to expert.
You weren't proficient in before. I said it so when you attune to that item, it gives you proficiency in the nature skill.
I thought I was already proficient in nature.
Unattune to it, see if it still has proficiency in it. If
I
so,
feel
then it's expertise.
I definitely think I already was.
So go to your equipment and unattune to it.
No, now you have +1. So
Yep.
you were
So weird. That's like one of the things that I was almost positive I was.
Huh.
Because nature and
Being a druid.
nature
Yeah.
and my perception were the only things that I knew I had like proficiency in. I really thought I was.
Maybe you did persuasion instead.
No, I definitely didn't do persuasion. I don't give a fuck about persuasion.
Yeah.
Now I'm really confused. So I really thought I was.
Unfortunately, you don't know what this creature is that's flying around that tree, but it does intrigue you. And as you guys do look around, you do see the cliffside that is lining the entire lake. The lake seems to go for quite some time before it starts narrowing out. You can see the end of it where it narrows and a faint cave entrance, but all along
I get your texts too,
but all along the walls,
so I saw that.
but all
I
along
love
the
you
walls
too.
are carvings. These carvings, there are on the left hand side. There
Oh
are
yeah, she's on the tablet.
is somebody in the chat.
No, that was me
No.
saying, yo, everyone who knows us is in the chat, sound off, and no one did.
Okay.
Rude.
Yeah. But persuasion, I
Rude.
don't care. So now I'm confused.
Rude.
So all around the cliffside, on the left-hand side, you do see men and women of all different races lined up facing the entrance to where you know the cave is. They're all in battle-ready armor, got some bows and swords just carved into the cliffside itself.
Okay, so
Oh,
they're
okay.
Oh,
carvings.
they're not actual people?
Nope,
Maybe
just
Oh,
like
you
Characters.
got me really
Wall.
confused.
I was like,
right
are we
there.
fighting an army? Because that's a problem.
On the
Are we
right
fighting-
on the right side wall,
It's Warriors Rest. It's where the Warriors rest.
Like, to die?
They are
Yeah.
dead.
Huh.
and then on the right side of the wall, you can see
shit.
all demonic
said that when I see it.
creatures, demonic winged creatures, vampires, werewolves, and other type of monstrosities just carved into the wall. All are facing the direction where you guys are going at the
Does
end.
Knock know anything specific about Warriors Rest from living nearby?
Roll a history check.
Would I know anything?
Roll a history check.
You can also probably roll history.
I
I know. I probably. Yeah. Should I? Could
Wait,
I?
hold on.
I don't know shit.
Yeah. You, of course you
I
don't.
got 12.
I'm stealing this.
Why? Because my die's rolling better than yours today?
Oh, yeah. I used one.
Yes.
14.
Want me to put that in the center?
Why
Yeah,
do you have
14.
such, like,
Oh, well, the music
It's not
switched.
great.
oh,
Yeah, I would go
music.
something a little less intense. We're not in an
It's
intense
battle
moment.
music.
This is like we're in awe of this amazing, beautiful place.
Knock, you do know that there was a type of battle here a long time ago. Kyron and Jinresh, you know it was during the
This is
darkest
literally the
age
music from Planet Coaster.
that this was going on. And it was a battle that took place between a lot of demonic creatures and humanoid races. During that battle is actually when this area was formed. You're not sure exactly how, but this is where Warriors West was created.
So it's monsters versus humanoids. Sounds like Undertale.
True.
You guys are on the right side path, and you do notice that there's about 10 feet between the river itself and the cliffside, and you guys do start continuing to walk along.
When we get closer,
Guys, can we pause? I have an idea.
yeah, I want to pause.
As you
and
guys are
use
walking.
Also, on that
primeval
pause, I want to
awareness.
say if one of the appropriate people was Linda. Hi, Linda.
I want
Is
to
it?
use
No.
primeval
Linda,
awareness.
Linda, if you're watching,
Okay.
thanks.
We love you.
For a minute to see if there's any humanoids in the area
All right.
other than us.
Do you want me to use my thingy?
If you'd like to. She sits down and
Mine doesn't
It's
require any
minute.
kind of concentration. I just can do it. Go do it. That's not in that section.
So you do mark it off. But as you use your divine sense, nothing in the 60-foot radius goes off or on your blip, except for you and Naresh.
I have a much wider radius. 5 miles.
And after the minute goes
For
by,
humanoids.
Yes.
as the minute goes
Through
by,
stuff?
For
you do
humanoids.
feel
Through
the
rocks and
presence
stuff?
of a lot of halflings over to your area where you know your home is. You can feel.
Would you be able to feel through the?
I
into
think
the
I can.
dungeon?
I think it's a 5 mile radius, so that would mean in the sky and in the ground.
Yeah.
It'd be a bubble.
but it's just humanoids and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or are the
more-
humanoids
more
in there?
More to the left, you can figure
Good
out-
answer.
You can notice
He
that
hasn't
there
finished.
are. Yeah, let me finish, and maybe you'll know instead of interrupting me all the time.
I like interrupting you.
Well, you're rude. Hashtag rude. Over in the forest, you do see a lot of. You do notice there are a lot of humanoid figures,
finished
a
your
lot
drink,
of
right?
goblins, one or two orcs, but they're a little bit further down.
Where I
Like
would
it's not
expect
good.
them to be.
In the front,
Yeah, it's
ahead of
before.
you, you do sense the presence of 3 humanoid goblins in the direction of where the cave entrance is.
Okay. I'm gonna
A
let
little bit
everybody-
deeper in under the ground, though.
I'm gonna let everybody know that we should expect to find some goblins once we're inside.
They're goblins.
Not
I've-
a bunch,
I've-
but just a couple.
I suspect to find other crap down there too.
Probably.
So, in
I can
analyzing
only
this while
sense
we were walking,
humanoids.
And this one kind of goes, and now I'm scared, so I'm gonna stay in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
well,
That's
I
fine.
So what is the marching order right now?
I'm in
going
the middle.
first.
No.
Okay.
I can check for traps.
So Jinrash, Jinrash and Naresh are in the front. It's about 10 feet wide, so 2
Stay in the
people
middle
can
with me,
be.
goddammit.
2
no,
people
I'm
can
gonna
be
stand
in.
next to you.
But I'm the ranger.
I'm gonna stand next to you.
Okay.
No, she'll be fine. I'll stand next to her. You can go in front.
Okay.
So I'm be right there if there is an attack. We can swap pretty much.
Okay.
So what is the order? You need
I would
to
like
decide
to
'cause
be-
It's the-
several people want to be in front
It's
right now.
Jinrash
Okay.
and
Naresh wanted to be
Nah.
in the front too.
Wait, Naresh has dark vision, so yeah.
So
I'll
those
have,
two, her, and then me and him.
yeah,
I'll tell Vane
I'm next,
to stay in the back
Yeah.
and protect Kyron.
Okay.
and I'm gonna stand next to Kyra on the other side. Like
All right.
Then it'll be
I
I'm
have
going to
a
stay behind
posse.
and just, if she hears anything, make a hoot.
before we walk in, I've been reading this and
Yeah.
like thinking about it. So don't know how it says where only the wise can perceive the way.
Yeah.
What if we're the wise?
I think that might be exactly what's true.
Because we're on the you remember my dream I told you about,
Yes.
which I think I explained to some of you guys, where like what we're doing right now is pretty much the most important mission, potentially ever? Question mark. Is bringing the jar to Warrior's Rest. So we're probably probably talking about us in this poem.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like the rest of it, I vaguely have ideas about, but it's mainly the
Actually,
same thoughts you have.
I'm actually going to turn to Jinrash and say, actually, I think that since you have the jar, maybe you should be in the middle. The jar is the most important thing that we have.
Yeah.
You
And
can,
Makes
that's what
sense.
we need to protect.
yeah, as stated, most important thing
So,
possibly ever?
think-
Question mark.
Naresh and I can be in front, you and Kyron in the middle,
Okay.
I'll be just behind you guys, and Knock will be behind me.
Bracket and Vane. in
I was
back.
just figuring since I'm one of the stronger
Yeah.
guys, have someone that can actually.
You can swap in the front if you need to very easily.
Yeah.
You just can hand off the jar. That's the answer.
It's
You hand it
okay.
off.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
Right. So you guys are walking forward. It does take about, I'd say about
Okay.
an hour,
Let me hand this back to you.
hour and a half to walk the length. This is a very far lake, and you guys are walking along the path. You do see you're on the wall that has all the monstrosities, demons, vampires, all in battle armor as well. Some claws out, some with their jaws wide open, some of them with actual weaponry.
Now the
And
real question is, would I be on which side would I be on since I'm a dragon?
dragonborns or humanoid type
Oh.
creatures. You do see some dragonoids across the river carved into the wall as well. Can't tell what color because stone.
Well, actually,
Not
we
painted.
would be on both sides because we have the evil as well.
Strangely, you don't see any dragonborns on the right hand side.
On the evil side?
That's weird.
There are some winged creatures and everything, some of them with scales, but none that look like dragonborns that you've seen before. And you've been living around them all your life. Alright, so as you guys are converging towards where the river starts curving around, you do see at the front, right before the cave entrance, there are 2 figures right there. One of them seems to be on the humanoid side. It's a male warrior with a long white goatee, and he's got a sword, and he's holding it over the entrance towards a female vampire creature, fangs bared on the opposite side. Both with a very stern look. She has her claws out, matched with his sword, that kind of cross right over the entrance of the cave.
Do I recognize either of those?
That's
roll a
fucking
history
awesome.
check.
I want to roll a history check too.
All right.
Are we inside, by the way?
No, we're
Oh,
just
out
outside.
in the
I'm
sunlight.
gonna join on that one too.
I got a 7, so I don't know shit.
11.
Ooh, okay. History is... I got a 15.
15. Alright. So, Naresh recognizes these as what are... He doesn't know too much about the battle that had gone on down here, but he does recognize these two as the images of the leaders. You don't have the names, the two leaders of the two opposing forces in this battle.
Oh, so they might be buried in this damn tomb?
Many of these people might be buried
If
in
I
this tomb.
find a dead body, Brian, I swear to God.
We're gonna find
We
dead bodies.
enter-
They're gonna. This is war.
So
I
as
already
you guys-
said this. It's warriors' rest. It's where they've been laid to rest potentially.
So we're going into a graveyard.
We're going into a
basically,
tomb.
I'm not excited about that.
You're gonna be fine.
So as you guys are approaching,
I
you
can
get about
find undead if there's undead.
you get about 60 feet from where the cave entrance comes out and the paths converge, and you just hear some screeches like, and outside.
From inside?
Yeah, they come out, running
So-
outside of the cave. You do see 3
I shoot one.
goblins who are on fire. And you just took one shot at one.
I shoot one.
Alright, roll an attack.
I said
roll.
I would shoot it, so
They just run out.
14 to hit.
14. As 3 of them come out, one of them just takes an arrow to the face and falls into the river. The fire extinguishing, but starts flowing back into the cave. The other 2 just start climbing up, and you hear them just shouting. Anybody who speaks Goblinoid just like, hot, so hot, hot, hot. And then as they're halfway up, you just see their bodies start burning, and they fall. One of them falls from the cliff and lands on the ground on the path, and the other one falls and is heading towards the water. Roll perception checks, everybody.
17.
Not one, but I get to re-roll.
6.
Oh.
21.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
That's 17.
22.
Alright, everybody but Bracket.
Does Vane get to roll or no?
Vane can
Okay.
if Vane wants.
Nat 20.
Vane hasn't done a single nat 1.
Well, she has advantage on perception, and she doesn't
Yeah.
roll much otherwise.
So everybody except Bracket sees as this goblinoid falls down, the one that goes in the water, as right before it hits the water, you do see a shine. It was holding onto something in its hand. It looked like it was a mirror. And then it
Oh.
falls in the water and starts flowing
I
back
run
towards
forward
the
Yeah,
to
I
cave.
was
grab
like,
it.
me and her probably ran for
I
it.
run
Yeah,
for
that's
it.
what I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Everybody starts running towards
Yeah.
the cave.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
no,
no,
not everybody. Not
No,
not
I'm gonna
everybody.
run towards the guy that just fell in the water.
Yeah, that's what I'm running
You guys
towards.
are 60 feet away, so you
I'm-
can.
I can dash.
Sprinting.
Okay, you
60
dash to get
feet.
60 feet. It's flowing down the water. This water is converging really quickly as it's all converged on this one point. It's flowing down probably about.
I'm gonna
50
take one of my
You have grasping vine.
hatchets,
Mhm.
tie it
Grasping
off
vine.
with the rope, and throw the hatchet into the person, into the goblin.
I definitely
Okay.
don't have a
All right, roll an attack. You're
Yeah.
doing this as you're
I
running.
don't.
I'd say if you're
Sure.
doing that, you can't dash
Sure,
because that's
okay.
taking
Okay.
an action to do that. So
Yeah.
you run 30
Probably
feet and
not.
you were tying this together. You can do knots really well. I let you do that
Mhm.
without a roll.
Thorn
So
whip is
that's
what I
your
was
first
thinking.
action
Oh,
right there,
let's say I
getting
don't
that
know what
actually
grasping
tied on
vine
your
is.
Grasping
turn.
vine's
You
a
can't do this
different
all in
spell.
one turn.
It's just
So you
another-
run 30 feet forward and you're
Thorn
tying
whip's
this knot together. You run 60 feet forward.
Yeah.
You get to the edge right where the cave starts converging forward. The goblins move probably about 50 or so feet further into the cave. Anybody? What else is everybody else doing?
Oh,
I
You-
thought
I'm
I
looking
ran
at them
for it.
like they're
Yep,
fucking
you're running
nuts.
too. You're right next
throw me
to
an
them.
arrow.
Bracket's not moving.
Give me
at
one of your
all.
arrows. I'm
Naresh, what are you doing?
gonna untie my knot.
Well,
Oh, that's what we should have
can
done.
I just shout to everybody, why are they running into the cave?
Everybody else is running into the cave. Yeah, he shouts to you guys as you're running towards the cave.
He has something shiny.
Oh my god.
He has something that we need.
I don't know what it is. It just looks shiny.
Ah,
And we
Not
might need it.
eyes.
and I just don't get after them.
The goblinoid is flowing further down the
Yeah,
river.
me and Knocker are like, it's not just shiny, it's necessary.
I'm gonna throw my hatchet.
All right, roll an attack. roll.
I'm gonna stay, Brian. I'm gonna stay about 20 feet back because I recognize that it's shiny and may cast my reflection, or therefore my lack of reflection.
Okay. So
Do I do any of the
You're staying
my
a little bit
bonuses?
further back with Bracket because Bracket's not running at full
Bracket's
speed
like,
now.
why is everyone
Can
running?
I try to
You
shoot
can
an-
see what happened.
Can I try to shoot an arrow to like pin it to the side of the river?
Okay, so as you are there, you're taking the shot. Jinrash gets right next to you guys, and you both make an attack roll at it.
Any bonuses?
It's
just
your hatchet,
straight?
so strength
Nat
and proficiency.
20.
All right.
29 total.
19.
Whenever it's an
21.
attack roll, nat 20s will be criticals automatic.
Okay.
So
21.
20. 21.
30.
All right, you takes a shot, and the arrow hits the goblin
I'm
and
trying to pin it to the side.
and
of the
pins it into the side of the wall. The hatchet hitting right now. The goblin is right up against the rock wall itself on the opposite side of the river. It's about 10 feet across.
Oh, now we're kind of
Well,
fucked. 'cause
considering
we
they
got
both
pinned.
probably stopped to take the shot, Kyron's in front, just running for it to go grab it.
All right, it's about 10 feet across the river. You can probably make that jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, because if you're doing a long jump, running long jump, you can do it is your strength modifier in distance. I believe.
Should I roll?
Nope, you don't need to roll as long as you're doing that jump.
Her strength is +0.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have strength.
So you can do, but your strength score, so that's 11, right?
Oh, 11.
Yeah.
So you can jump 11 feet. So you run and jump
Yeah, right,
across,
just
and
jump
you just
for
get
it.
at the edge, and you're on the opposite side. The goblin's pinned to the rock wall right next to you.
And then I'm just gonna reach down and,
Just grab the goblin.
and grab it.
Grab the
and pull
goblin.
it up.
All right, and you grab the goblin, and you're holding the goblin's body. Mirror's not on its person anymore.
All right, I'm gonna immediately start looking through the water.
All right, where you can see down the river, almost at the end of the cave, the water kind of pulls together, and there's a grate there, and you see the mirror just right flowing towards that grate. It's about probably 45, 50 feet from you.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I have anything.
It's
Does it
shining,
have it?
It's shining under the water. It's not like floating on the top
Yeah.
of the surface.
I'm so confused as to why the
Oh,
fuck you guys
become
ran.
Fish.
No. Oh, can you become a fish now?
Yes.
You can swim, so you should become.
No, the frog.
Hey, Brian,
Yes.
That could be the toad, yeah.
can we take a short break? I need to let my dogs out.
We were about to take a break anyway.
Let's address what's going on here, and then we'll take a quick short break. Okay?
Toad it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost at short
about-
rest time.
It's about 50 feet from you right
He
now.
said that the current of the river would just. wash
Unless
away the dirt.
you block the grate.
He said that the current of the river was strong enough to push away the dirt.
Do I see
earlier.
any rocks that would be big enough to block the grate?
I was reading Mold Earth. Mold, you can move a patch of dirt. You
Yeah,
can't.
do I see
you
anything?
can't move a patch of stone over it. It says it has to be
Do-
loose dirt.
Do I see
you
anything
can
that can fit there, though?
Mm. There is the part that you're walking on is made out of stone.
Oh,
But
so
you
you
can't
collapse
move-
the side though.
I'm not
You can
asking if I
only
can
move
move.
loose
I
dirt,
no,
it
I heard
says.
you. I heard you.
Oh, I was telling Brian.
Yeah, but if you collapse the
Saying
side, that's
collapse the bank.
yeah. And
Mold Earth can't just collapse the side. It has to be loose dirt. That
yes,
you can move.
you know you move the loose. That's loose dirt, and it can.
It's stone.
Is the whole
Rock.
bank stone?
It's rock. It's not
So
made out
there's
of
All
no
of
dirt.
it stone?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no.
There's
okay,
no dirt.
that's what I'm saying. If it was like a stone,
Yeah.
there was stones in it.
So even like below the water, it's all stone.
This is all entire cavern made out of stone. The cliff sides was all made out of stone, carved, and all.
This
this
is used to
made
be
out
a
of-
mountain. Explosion happened. Now hole in mountain.
Or it's carved.
Well, based on how jagged it looks, it was probably an explosion.
If
It was-
Frog it.
What, just do a toad? Like,
Go.
Well,
You
how
have.
far can you swim as a toad?
That probably made it worse.
What's the swimming speed? You might be able to get there in time.
Well, flowing is. Would give her a boost too.
It's just getting back. It's a hard bit.
You just gotta get out.
You could tie a rope to the toad.
yeah, I don't know where that is on here. I mean, there's no extra.
Where?
Oh.
Extras. Oh, I didn't hit it. I'm sorry.
It's about 50, 55 feet from you right
Make
now.
these decisions
It's still
quickly,
It's
everyone.
still moving down the
Swimming
river.
40 feet.
It's still moving down the river.
So how fast the water's moving? Also is
It
swift,
looks
right?
like it's moving about 45, 50 feet per
You
round.
move 85 feet.
Oh, so
It's
I'm
about 50, 55 feet from her. In one round, it's gonna move 45 feet more.
Well, she can dash and swim 80
Yeah.
feet
No,
So it's 55 right now.
as a toad.
In one turn, it'll move
but
about 45.
because it's also you're going with water,
Mhm.
wouldn't she have the bonus?
I mean, she has the swimming speed right now. That's her own swimming speed.
Mhm.
The water is the natural flow right there. It's not going to be adding to her speed at all.
I figured it would.
That's not how swimming speeds work.
Okay.
Do you want to
In
try?
real life, it is.
That's what I'm like. That's exactly how it works.
I'm just going off of how the swimming speed works and
It's up to
how
Yeah.
it works and gotcha.
Because if you could
Because
get in
that's
front
its
of it,
swimming speed that
then
it's
it would
going.
just hit you in the chest. If you could get in front of it. It's up to you. if you want to save the mirror.
Because what happens if I don't save it though?
Gotta be quick decisions here. It's still flowing a little bit.
It's up to you.
You do know I have like multiple swords that are
You're
shiny,
the only
right?
one who can grab it, so it's up to you.
60 feet.
So I'm
Still moving down. It's gotta be quick decisions.
Okay, I'm a giant toad then, Brian.
Alright, so what are you doing as Giant Toad?
I swim trying to get in front of it.
Alright, so how far can you move in a turn?
80 feet if she dashes.
Okay, so 80 feet. Spin 60
So
feet
swim
ahead.
in front of it.
Mm-hmm. So she can dash 80 feet ahead.
Yeah.
It's about 60 feet. As this turn goes, she spends her turn 80 feet moving forward. Moves about 40, 45 feet forward after that. It's about 105 feet. She's about 15 feet from it. And it's on top of the grate right now. It's hanging a little bit. Seems like it might be a little bit caught.
Go for it.
So can I just move again and grab it?
You have another turn to move forward. The water is pushing at the mirror right now. What
so
are you
that's
doing?
yes and no. She's going for it.
Okay. She moves forward to try to get the mirror. As her claw goes out and everything, it collapses through the side and falls down to the next floor. Alright.
So I'm gonna turn back into myself and just lay there then.
Alright.
Water.
And I
Yep.
guess right here, because Naresh is gone, we're going to take a quick intermission break.
That's where I originally got out.
Alright. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. And get everything started here in this dungeon.
Intermission, transition.
and audio.
Hello.
We're back.
We're
Minus
back.
one.
Hi,
Minus one.
everybody.
Remember we said Asia was super tired. She passed out, and she needed to go to bed so she could actually drive home before she actually passed out for real.
Yeah, we need her falling
She took
asleep
another
here and then
10
not being able to go to work tomorrow
This
morning.
was already discussed before, and so Vicky is going to be
Yes.
taking over Kyra for the rest of the session.
And you'll
Yeah.
see our nice picture of Asia with
Is back in the
sunflowers.
spot.
She has returned to her seat.
Yeah, she's returned to her seat.
All right.
It's fine.
Yeah, luckily we discussed this beforehand. So
And luckily I have the
everything's
picture
okay.
pre-set up.
I'm playing 3 characters.
Yay!
Oof.
I'm playing a lot.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
playing Bracket. He's
It'll be
incompetent.
okay. See, I thought
So-
that she had. I thought that she had. Ensnaring. Not ensnaring. What's the thing?
Healing Spirit?
No, I thought she had the one that.
Thorn Whip.
No, the other one. It's like that, but different.
I know she has Thorn Whip.
But she doesn't have it.
Oh, the tongue though. She could have done the tongue. Cause she's a
Would that have
frog.
worked?
She should have decided to try to use the
No,
tongue.
no, this is just asking you as a question
Yeah.
separately.
It would have been a check to see if she would be able to grab it properly.
This is more just to know
It
this
could
than...
have.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
But one thing about D&D, and one thing you have to do as a DM, is there are times where there has to be quick, split-second decisions.
Yeah.
Well, this was a... They had to think for a second.
I know, but still, it's flowing down the river while you're making this
Well, this
decision.
also because they don't understand what things they have. It takes time for them.
I
If we were like doing this is our 4th campaign, it'd be a different story. Be like, no, come on, no, come on.
That's why I was just increments like 5 feet. 5 feet more like a few minutes later kind of thing.
Yeah.
But continuing from where we were. So, Kyron had wild shaped into the giant toad that she had before, tracing after the mirror as it was flowing down the river towards a drain of some sorts. As she had gotten there, the mirror had just fallen down. Is she reaching for it, and seeing it falling down with all the water.
As a frog, she's gonna say, "Fuck," and then she's gonna
And
turn
frog.
back into a person.
And that one.
All right, and she looks down.
She's gonna sit at the bottom of the water for a minute.
All right, and roll the perception check for her.
Okay. I'll use her rainbow die.
This is a thought to everyone who watches. All 3 of you, since we lost a viewer because our production manager stopped watching.
Perception 18.
If you know how to paint miniatures, or you know someone who does painting miniatures, tell us.
I do.
So with
You
that,
know how to paint miniatures like properly?
Yeah.
Oh man, now I really want to send all of our miniatures to you.
we can get this done some other time.
We'll have to do it during a break.
Yeah.
We'll probably take a Christmas break.
So with that 18 perception, she's looking through and she does see the water coming through the drain. The drain is a circular area with just metal bars, just slits, just straight slits, not crossing both ways, but just in one direction. And you look down and you could see, I'd say about 40 feet down, 40, 50 feet down, there's another drain, a little bit smaller, and the mirror has landed on top of that drain.
How big is it?
The mirror itself or the drain?
The drain around.
The drain around, it's about 10, the one she's on is about 10 feet wide. The slits in between each thing is probably about, I'd say maybe 1.5 inches, maybe 2.
Inch and a half.
You get your
Could
fingers
you
through and
use
pull it out.
mold earth to make, like, some of the poles be able to be pulled out?
That's not how mold earth would work out.
But, like,
so you can-
she could do it on the stone on the side so that she could pull.
Didn't you say mold earth doesn't work on stone?
I was
You
reading.
can mold stone.
Hold on, let me read that because I was reading the description and it says that the loose earth you can end up moving around. It's different with what you can do with rocks.
Well,
So
she
hold
just
on.
wants to, like,
Damn.
not, like, move it, just kind of make it.
Loosen the thing.
Yeah.
So what you can do with stones, with mold earth, you can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on the dirt or stone, spelling out words, creating images, shaping patterns. And if the dirt or stone you target is on the ground, you cause it to become difficult terrain.
Yeah. Could
That's all
she
you can do with stone.
cause it to look like big circles have been carved out of the stone as a pattern?
Unfortunately, with the description, with the stone, you can only make it difficult terrain or change colors. With areas of loose dirt, you can excavate and move that to a different
Well, it
location.
says you can cause shape, colors, or both to appear on dirt or stone.
That's like
you
little
can-
carvings in the
Okay.
stone. It's not like actually like shaping and carving out. It's basically like you're.
She was trying to cheat the
something
system
on
and carve around the outside of the
Yeah.
grate.
By the way, I've thought extensively how mold earth can work inside here because the cavern's made out of stone, and that's
Okay.
why I read that over. You can't move stone. You can cause shapes and colors to appear on the
Then
stone, spelling out words,
She's
images,
just
and
gonna
patterns.
get frustrated and
Swim back up to the top.
yeah, swim back up to the top, and she's like, I don't fucking care anymore.
Okay.
So Knock is going to be like, okay, go cool off. Let me take a look at it, and Knock is going to swim down.
All right. So everybody else catches up. Naresh, Bracken, and Naresh catching up.
I'm
to
just
Rob.
sitting
I'm
down
gonna
like,
go
what's
back
the plan?
Oh,
and loot
I
that
have
the
an
one
idea.
goblin that is on the ground.
Okay.
I'm going to
So
take
investigation.
some of my gum. I'm going to stick it on the end of an arrow, tie rope to the arrow, and shoot it down.
That would work as a subsonic
mirror.
weapon.
How wide is an arrow?
Not very wide.
Not very wide. It would go through the grate.
Yeah, go through the grate.
Okay.
No problem.
If not, I could turn it to the side. So
And
It would go.
they're pretty thin.
Yeah.
You know, it would go
By
through the grate.
nature.
You said it was an inch and a half. It would go through.
Mhm.
Any arrow, even with a big arrowhead, would go
You're
through.
underwater.
A big
right
arrowhead's
now.
more
Yes.
only an inch.
How does firing an arrow underwater in a bow?
It probably couldn't go as far.
It wouldn't go as far. It's a subsonic. Okay, so here's the answer.
But
It's a
I'm
subsonic
underwater,
weapon.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Subsonic things like I had to remember. People used to spearfish. People
Still
still
do.
do.
Bow and arrow work the same. It's the only weapon that works the same.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the only weapon that
Yeah,
works the
because people
same?
It was harpoons, I believe, work correctly.
Because I'm
underwater.
underwater.
No. They still use like crossbows
Mhm.
underwater for spearfishing.
Yeah.
But the crossbows, it's because it's got that launch. How does it?
It
how
would
does
still
the
work.
same
It
thing
would
for
work
a bow.
the same exact way. as a
Yeah,
bow.
it's
It might
the
fire a
weapon
little
propels it.
slower,
Yeah, it's
But-
a slower thing, but
but she's not firing it far, so it
I'm
wouldn't
not
matter.
very far away. I'm maybe you said 10.
Maybe
feet
Maybe it would be like
40 feet down.
I don't know if it's
so-
gonna be in the rules, or are you looking up like on the internet itself? Give us a second.
yeah, this is one of those moments.
But on my understanding of physics, which is pretty decent since I went to school for engineering, is a bow would work pretty well underwater. It wouldn't work great.
No, it's
Like
not,
it's not gonna be as
phenomenal.
its
but
range would not be as
works.
effective, and the arrow would be firing slower, but it would still track true. Actually, it might track truer than it would in air.
Especially because we're going down.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
And it's
okay
being-
with having
would
to
be-
roll for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
it
okay
most
with
likely
me.
is. I'm just seeing if there's any type of like
Rules.
disadvantage or anything, because I know I saw in Critical Role before they used harpoons and they
Mhm.
used crossbows underwater. I just want to know how, because it doesn't have that automatic force.
I
it's
think
a pullback string.
The
I
answer
wanna
would
see
be
what
you
it
would
is.
have range for everything.
Hold on.
That would make the most
Yeah.
sense to me.
That still gives me enough range.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think because
That just
realistically,
lowers
if you
range
fired a
to
bow
7,
underwater,
like,
you'd
80
probably
feet.
have your range for accuracy and everything.
So that means I could fire.
Would that make sense to you,
300
Callum?
feet.
Right?
I think so, but I think in the rules it specifically states that bow and arrows work the same way underwater.
That's why I
I'm
just.
not positive that now. Like now that you bring all this up, I'm not positive.
It's not something I've looked up. It's not.
And that's why I just want
It's
to.
just the only thing I can think of.
That's
Yeah.
what I just want to do. Hold on.
It's one of those things. The DM wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, I happen to be a character that chews sap, so I mean, it's like a very sticky substance.
You have rope,
I have rope.
You
I
have a bow and arrow, and you're
I-
underwater, and your range just go thunk.
Yeah, that's.
And
what
you've
it is.
that, and you're and
Can you
how
imagine though if it does work the same, the gun sticks to it, but the arrow just shoots through it.
No,
You just shatter the stupid thing.
no. it
no,
has
she's
the
gonna
gun on it.
adequately pull back for the amount of force she needs.
Yeah, she's.
Unless she
Minor.
rolls a nat
Yeah.
one.
Pretty
That's-
trained. I get to re-roll that once.
Oh yeah, then you're
You
fine.
get a 2.
Yeah, 2. Then it might be a problem.
That would still be an 11 to hit.
Oh. How far between the grates is it, Brian?
I'm not a catastrophize.
How?
Isn't it crazy that a 1 for me is technically a 10 to hit?
That's ridiculous.
As you might imagine, shooting a longbow is terribly difficult underwater. Not only but even if you manage to pull the bowstring back, the resistance from the water would slow the arrow, making it extremely inaccurate. Ranged attacks are made at disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow, net, or weapon that is thrown like a javelin spear. So she has disadvantage,
I'm okay with that.
and it technically has cover right now, so because it's a small
I
area.
ignore half and 3/4 cover.
Okay, so you can roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
I just want to know the rule right there. I do apologize for that right there.
That's okay.
I was not prepared to see firing a longbow underwater.
27 to hit.
27.
Yeah.
You do hit the mirror, and it is now embed the little stickiness on there. There is still water rolling down,
Yeah.
and you do see a creature that is down there as well. This creature looks salamander in nature. It's all red, and its entire body is covered in red, and it looks up at the little. You tied a rope to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's rope to the arrow.
It looks up at the rope
Or
and
one
it
of the
looks up at
strands,
you.
probably.
And give me 1 second to get to that. Not
Oh,
prepared
God
you guys
damn it.
get to that room with things yet. So give me one moment. First dungeon getting used to.
Or technically, you're probably doing it with one of the strands that you ripped apart.
No, I'd use a full rope because it's stronger.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I can pull it up without it getting cut.
How thick is the rope we're using?
Probably like,
1 inch?
yeah, about.
That'd be pretty heavy to point an arrow.
Maybe less, maybe half an inch.
Alright, it all depends on what
This
type
is
of rope it
pretty-
is in terms of its thickness
It's
and
hempen.
strength.
Hempen rope.
Yeah.
Which is
Hemp-
usually pretty strong per.
Yeah,
So
circumference.
probably not super thick, maybe not.
Yeah, it's probably.
That's why I was saying one of the strands
1
would be
inch.
perfect for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I just.
Because a strand could handle like 100, 200 pounds.
The strands are short. My strands are 2 feet long.
Oh,
not
you cut.
long
I didn't realize you cut them that short.
No,
I cut it long enough just to get the.
To get the necklace on.
Yeah.
So she only took 2 feet off of a rope, so that way she still had
Mm.
48
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah. I have 48 feet of rope.
Yeah, no, I understand what she did.
All right. This this creature. It looks like it's a entire red like salamander type creature that has like a shield and a sword in one hand, and it's just looking up at you as you had fired the rope at it.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it back up.
Okay.
Confused with.
Yeah. Just kind of like, what the fuck?
You tell us about it.
Can I like back up out of its range of sight while still being able to pull the rope up?
Okay.
Okay.
You are starting to pull it back up a little bit.
Yeah, carefully.
Okay. And it's taking a swat at the mirror as it's going up in the air.
Okay.
Claw.
I can't attack it while I'm doing this, so.
It swats at the mirror and it swings back and forth, and then it comes one more time. And I'm gonna see. You can contest this right now to see if you can pull it up faster than it trying to grab it.
So like dex for me?
Yes.
Just straight dex?
This is basically its initiative.
21.
21. It got a unnatural 20 for the initiative. So it's reaching for it right there, and it hits the end of the mirror, and then it just pulls out of its reach, and you hear just like, and you can actually hear just like, because it's speaking in Draconic.
You wouldn't be able to hear it on the
Oh
water.
Yeah.
It's speaking through the water and everything.
You still wouldn't be able to hear it on the
Yeah.
water.
Oh, yeah. So yeah,
I wouldn't be able to hear
Why
it.
would not? Unless his head was
oh
in
yeah,
the water.
you also went back to the goblin and everything.
Yeah, he's nowhere
You
near
hear
the
just
water.
Like, and it's reaching up at the area right now.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cry. Okay.
Isn't that scary?
No, it's
You're
just
like-
that I got
Almost-
one above what I needed.
Hey, it's better than 0.
I literally rolled a 16
All right, and
plus 5.
You hear and you see as you're pulling it up, that one and one other dart to the to the left of
Great,
that
so
group.
they're not ready for us.
Okay. Okay, so seeing that, I'm gonna take note of what they look like,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pull it all the way up. So I can see that they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So once it's at the top, I will reach my hand through
Okay.
and grab the mirror and pull it up with my hand so it doesn't fall.
All right. You reach through there and you grab the mirror, and as
Yeah.
soon as it's coming up, you pull the rope through and grab, and you are able to just slide it through
Yeah.
the metal
My
grate.
hands are pretty small.
Mhm. And you now have that mirror in your hand.
I think even I could probably fit my hand through,
Mhm.
and I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
person.
I guess it's real.
1.5 inches is tight
Yeah.
in my hand.
It's a little. I couldn't
so
move my
I
wrist
grab
after
the
that.
mirror. Can I take a look at it to see if it sounds?
Get
if it
out
seems.
from under the water.
I can be here for 4 minutes.
As you're you start looking at the mirror. It's lined silver all the way down to the handle, and the mirror you can see the glass portion right there, and it actually has gems all around it, but there is a slot in the center right there where it's missing.
God damn it.
Well, you
Okay.
still needed it.
Yeah.
So I'll swim up,
Mm-hmm.
and once I breach the water, I'm gonna say, there were some fucking monsters down there that I think we're gonna end up meeting soon.
Yay!
You got you got the investigation
yes.
check a while ago. So what'd you roll?
I got a 14.
14.
I'm specifically searching him for
Okay.
Searching the one goblin.
That one goblin that was still on the land and everything. It had a short sword on him, and you're able to find. It didn't have too much money on it, but you were able to get 1 gold piece and about, I'd say, 6 silver pieces off of his body. He had a dagger as well, but this goblin wasn't carrying too much on him.
1 gold, 6 silver.
And you have a short sword and a dagger you can do something with if you want.
You want to hand me the sword? I like swords. That's about a quarter of my personality.
So every couple of seconds, I'm gonna say, Kyron, like every minute she comes up for air, and then goes back underwater.
Do you a little frustrated?
Yeah,
Kyron
she's
does.
really
So she's
annoyed.
just kind of pouting
so
underwater.
She's just hanging out underwater because she's like, I'm pissed off.
So who is where right now?
So I'm like.
I really wish we had
I'm
an outside
probably
drawing.
right next to Kyron.
In fact,
Okay, so let's pause for what you're saying.
Okay.
Do you have a drawing of where we are?
So then, when she comes... So
Okay,
I've already
I'm switching
finished
to battle
searching.
and then.
I came up from the water and I said, "There's some monsters down there that we're definitely gonna end up fighting."
Battle map. Transition.
alright. So everybody is miniatures. So Nock is underwater in the grate
No,
right
she just
there.
came out.
Yeah, but she just flew up to the surface.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
head is above.
Oh, okay, so this is underneath her. I got you.
Jernash, I'm assuming you're coming back at this
I think
point.
Kyron's
Yep.
probably near me.
I'm probably sitting by the edge of the water
Not
waiting.
super close
In the
because
grate
she's
or
annoyed.
outside?
She's probably like over here.
She moved out of the way.
She's
Okay.
annoyed, so she's
Naresh,
like,
where
not
would you
super
be?
close.
Give him a sec. No, that after that.
I know
Oh, I didn't
Nox is
find
going for the mirror, so and Kyron was going for the mirror last I knew, so I'm pretty far away from them.
Okay.
So you're over by where I'd be?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm waiting by the edge in case they need me.
Okay.
Even though me jumping in the water is a terrible idea.
Where being the edge?
Where is the edge? I don't know where the edge actually is.
That's all the water, obviously.
Okay, so the edge. I'm right on the edge of the water.
Okay, so right there.
Yeah, I'm keeping Nock in my sight line in case.
So how deep is this water, actually?
So the water started narrowing as it got closer to the grate. By the grate, it was only about, I'd say, 15 feet down to that bottom
Oh,
grate.
that's not too
It
bad.
slowly starts decreasing at that point. So it goes from about like 40 feet deep at the part of the entrance of the cave down to that 15 feet at the grate. And as
Oh,
you
so that's
do
not too
see,
bad.
just to set the setting and everything, so as the water just goes down to that grate at one section, it does turn off in 2 different directions. It's almost like little waterways carved, sitting on the actual stone floor, just propped up, and the water's going down them, one in the left direction, one in the right. You do see at the moment there are 2 unlit torches on the end of the way. So here's the grate right here. It's on the opposite wall right there. And there are 2 piles of magma just burning in the corners over there on the left and right. Those little red marks right there. Door on your right and door that looks like it goes to both of them are closed at this moment. So
I'm gonna pull my
they're
axe
made out of rock.
or my hatchet.
Yep.
Are you gonna yeet the door?
Could
No,
I,
I'm pulling the hatchet that has the rope on it,
Mhm.
and I'm going to pull it not hard enough so that it'll stay in the other goblin,
Mhm.
but hard enough to pull it free of the arrow
Okay.
and pull it to me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna loot that one as well.
All right. Roll another investigation check.
Could I see if Nock recognized what type of creatures those were?
Give me 1 second. So what'd you get?
12.
12. So again, this one wasn't too well stocked. On this one, you'd probably be able to find probably a gold piece and a silver, and then it had just an array of daggers on him, so about 3 daggers.
Are you handing me daggers? Or are you giving the daggers to yourself?
I'm gonna give everyone a dagger.
All right, roll a nature check. No.
Nature check.
Oh, so I get to add one more dagger? Yes. I hope everyone knows
That's
I'm.
not great. 5.
You've never seen that creature before.
Okay, so once I'm above and I can breathe, I'm gonna describe it.
Do you give me the short sword?
I'm keeping the short sword.
So
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
just
say
wanna know.
I saw a reddish, lizardy creature down there.
And as the group's reconvening, the door on the left just suddenly just, and you see, I saw this reddish weird creature. 2 of them come out on the door, look over at both
Axe.
of you guys.
Axe in hand.
And you do hear the one just be like, turning to all of you guys, and you're the only one who can understand, just like, that was a pretty. I wanted that pretty. Give that back. And he's starting to run towards you guys. I need everybody to roll their initiative.
Okay, so this is a natural environment.
So you have to also
correct?
put. Can you put them where
I'm
they
gonna
are?
allow it to be natural. It's as of right now, you're still on the part of it. It's a little bit carved itself. It looks like, but it's still natural-esque at the moment. So yes.
Okay, so that's for knock.
What if initiative is?
Ooh, Vane rolled very well.
What?
Initiative.
It's plus. It's I'm adding. Come on, brain. My brain just totally
No,
checked out.
yeah,
I think it's.
We are inside.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything for initiative. Duh, it's this.
Oh.
Ryan?
To
Plus
roll
three.
for
We are.
Kyron.
Yeah.
We are
mine's 0.
inside.
Fantastic.
18.
Six-
I'm that one.
1 second, everybody. I gotta roll for Kyron too.
I
Really?
didn't realize it.
She did not roll well.
Yeah, I got a nat one.
I got a 16.
Ouch.
Okay.
Alright. 18.
Are you
Nice.
doing like something to 20 or whatever?
Yeah, just give me one moment when
Ouch.
I'll call,
Yeah,
do
she
the
didn't
call
roll well.
off.
It's a 4 total.
Ouch.
How much is it?
4 for Kyron.
You got 1. So it's us.
25 to 20.
Them.
Vane has 20.
Oh.
Dirty
Higher
20.
than 20. Oh.
What'd you get?
I got an 18.
All right. 20 to 15.
Yeah, it's fine.
Knock has a 15.
16 and 18 for him.
All right.
You might
15,
as-
15 to 10.
You might as well skip.
10 to 5.
Kyron rolled a 4.
And what did Naresh get?
A nat one.
And another one for the tally. Your nat 1s are now higher than your nat 20s, Callum.
Yeah. Not for long.
Where did my bin?
I don't want to use her lucky on
Here it
initiative.
is.
No, we've way more stuff we're gonna do.
Yeah, I know.
No, we didn't do that short rest we said we were gonna do before we went
could
in.
you put Vane somewhere?
Where would Vane be?
I assume she'd probably be near Knock. Yeah.
She'd be flying
Yeah,
above where you are.
probably flying above, trying to see if I'm okay.
Okay. Well, since I can't put him on our her on the little
Yeah,
stands
she's too
there.
big. That's okay. That's
Oh!
okay.
I
All
wins.
right. So,
You need a
First
school
on
back
initiative.
knock.
first on the initiative, Vane.
Vane is going to fly. Whoop. I almost.
Wait.
Oh,
Did you forget how walking works?
Am I able to still
no,
do my
socks,
response to what they
like,
said?
Flipped.
Give me 1 sec. What was your response?
My response to what they said?
Oh, you're able to say something back to them.
Oh, I'm just gonna take it from my dead fucking corpse, bitch.
Take it from my dad.
So Vane's gonna fly over to this one on the right.
Okay.
She's gonna attack that one.
All right.
I'm on the other
Going
side.
back on my UE book, please.
You boom. Top button.
That's a 13 to hit.
All right. 1 sec.
Wait.
I just realized that none of our views work as soon as we start doing
Can I do
combat
an-
'cause we all stand
Can
up.
that be like an intimidation kind of thing?
No.
No, not yet.
Unfortunately.
Damn.
All right. So what was that to hit?
13.
13 to hit.
I'm
So
gonna zoom
Vane,
out on all this.
Vane dives down, trying to make contact against this creature, and it just holds up its shield, blocking the talon attack. on
Okay,
it.
she's gonna fly back up out of its reach.
All right. The ceiling in this area is about 30 feet high, so she can get outside of that range. It's just a little bit. It's not
She'll
as.
get up as high as she can.
It's not as like spacious as Vane's normally used to fighting.
Yeah.
So she's sitting at like 22 feet off the ground.
Mhm.
She goes, woo! You know, really
Mhm.
threateningly.
All right. Is that all that Vane's going to be doing with her turn?
Yeah, I don't think she has any bonus actions, so I
Alright.
think that's it.
All right, Jinrash, it is your turn. There is the waterway is something that is probably I'd say 2 feet tall, so it's something
So,
you can easily just jump
is
over
this
if you need to hop
ground?
over those textures. Yes, all of that is not marked is solid ground. It's stone.
Yeah, I'm going to run
Mhm.
my whole thing.
All right, hopping over there.
Hopping
5.
over. Would the grate still be
The grate
underwater?
is underwater. I just didn't want to color that in blue.
Okay,
so
so
that is
wait.
underwater.
So you're hopping not there, right?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that's not you.
Oh, that's not me?
You can hop
Oh,
over
yeah.
there, I don't care.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That's as far as you can get.
You
Anything
could,
you want to
Yeah.
do?
You could
Your action,
dash.
bonus action.
You might want to dash.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
No one can see me dancing yet,
To there.
but I'm excited.
All right. You
Everyone's
ready
gonna
for your
learn
turn right
something.
That's it.
there? All right. After Jinrash, it is Bracket's turn.
Everyone's gonna learn something today.
Oh God.
We thought it was gonna be later on in the session. So in my excitement to go attack the bitches, I jump up and I start fucking flying because I can fly.
I can.
Alright.
He can fly.
So as an action,
Oh, I'm not in the camera.
as an action,
Yes.
you just suddenly you just get this urge of divine energy just surging
Yep.
through you. Bolt is coming up on your shoulder, just like you know what you can do. And then just suddenly, just
Sprout
out of nowhere,
wings.
just wings sprout from your side. Your eyes start glowing a divine white. There is radiance coming.
Holy
off of
shit,
you
guys.
Right now.
Yeah, I look like a literal angel.
The fuck is this?
So
shit?
what? That's still 30 feet, right?
Yep, 30-foot flying speed.
And
so
these
you can
are
fly
5.
over the
These
water.
are 5-foot squares, right?
Yep, if you can see the squares in between all the water there.
When did you learn to do that?
5 foot. Oh,
He's an awesome
At
art.
this moment,
yeah.
I didn't know I could do this.
Does that count as my action?
that is an action to activate that ability.
Okay. So I'm gonna fly to just near them, but not.
All right, how high are you flying? Do you need one of the little flying, the raised up?
I'm
things?
pretty much just flying to land next to them. I'm not gonna keep flying.
Okay, you fly to get there, and you're now 10 feet between.
About 10 feet away from them.
Alright.
Because I can't hit them, so I'm just gonna wait.
Alright.
Like
Is
a smart
Is
person.
that your action?
That is
Flying
my
a
action.
dash on my entire
All
thing.
right, Knock. It is your turn.
Okay, Knock is going to.
No one has a reaction to
Oh.
me learning to fly mid battle.
15,
Do I still my?
Asked you that.
She's gonna be kind of like behind Jinrash and kind of peek around him to take a shot at the one on the left.
All right, your left or my left?
Naresh
My left.
reacted.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. I just want to know which one you're hitting.
12 to hit.
12. You take a shot with your arrow, and it just bounces off the side of this shield, just glaring at you like this tongue just out like.
Are these things humanoids?
They are considered.
To the lizard men.
They are considered humanoids.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
All right. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. Your mystical mark just. I want to know for Flair. Do you want Hunter's Mark to actually be something visible that you
Oh
can
yeah,
see?
that's cool.
All right, I'm adding that now. So what do you want your Hunter's
I
Mark
want
to
it to
look?
kind of look like thorns
Mhm.
or like
Like
around.
a ring of thorns just
Yeah,
around?
just like going around its body.
All right, you cast Hunter's Mark, and then just a ethereal color. You
Is it
want
on
a
there?
specific color to it?
Concentration for me.
Do you want a
They're
specific
like
color?
deep green.
All right,
Yeah,
a
you
deep
concentration for
green
you.
ring of thorns just surrounding that one
Is there one for
creature.
concentration?
Right
No,
next to me.
there's one for charmed. Put that one.
Yeah,
on.
I don't have a concentration one, so just use whatever one.
And then
Alright.
which one are you doing this
The
to?
one on the left. That
I'm
one.
sorry we have to hang it on him. It doesn't fit underneath his
That's
face.
All right, and is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
All right, it is the Fire Newt's turns.
Oh, they're fire newts.
I'm literally feet in front of them. They're gonna both attack me.
All
Oh,
right.
I should- I
pretty
should have
much-
bonus action to activate my stupid shield of
All right, so both
thing
of the
would be able
Fire
to hit
Newts
me.
are moving forward. This one moving up to Bracket. This one running over here towards Jinrash.
I pretty much like dared them to come attack me.
Eat me, bring it on.
All right,
Come on,
the one
bitch.
that went to Bracket is making an attack with his scimitar, and that's a natural 20.
That
He
hits.
does hit
Yeah.
me. That's a
Oh,
rare
that's
moment,
right.
everyone.
All right, so that is
I thought he
going
was
to
talking to
be.
me.
Is going to be 5 points of slashing damage as this creature
That's
just
not that
runs
bad.
up, just and just slashing right into a part of
Does
your
he?
armor that's not- Mhm.
So he's Link.
Yep, and the second one that is attacking Jinrash, that is a 17 to hit.
Hits.
All right, that is 3 points of slashing damage
Oh, would,
against you.
Would she have gotten a attack of opportunity?
Vayne was
Or- yeah,
20
she's
some
out,
feet up. It
yeah.
wasn't within.
If Vayne was
combat
closer,
range.
maybe.
It needed to be
Yeah.
within 5
Yeah,
feet.
that's fair. Okay.
All right, and so that will be the Fire Newt's turns. After that,
Don't giggle like that.
Yeah, this doesn't make me
Don't
happy.
do that.
suddenly, out of the 2 areas of the fire pits, you just see light fog just start coming out of it, and then
God.
Oh shit.
I'm right next
you
to
guys
mine.
got the Fire Newts up here. They weren't supposed to be up here. It was supposed to be a spaced out battle, guys. All right.
I wasn't trying to get them up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they were like, oh shit, there's people.
They were like shiny. And I
Yep.
was like, fuck you.
And then as the mist comes up, surrounding a 20-foot area
Shit.
that is now heavily obscured, anything within that 20-foot radius is now considered
I would not do
blinded.
blue. Don't do blue.
I'm doing black.
It's considered
do pink.
blinded.
Yep.
So I'm blinded.
Here, do pink. Do pink. Do pink. Do pink. Do pink. Do pink.
20 foot, so 5, 10, 15, 20. So everything, 5, 10, 15, 20. So basically, at the edge.
I'm at the edge.
5, 10, 15. No, actually,
Oh,
it,
no,
it
I'm in it.
surrounds Dinarash right there.
So you're blinded.
20 foot right there, and then 20 foot around this one. 5, 10, 15, 20. There is a
Everyone's blind.
heavily
Yeah.
obscured area right now of
What if they're
fog.
right in front of me?
Oh, you still know they're there. You would be able to swing at disadvantage, but you can't see it right now.
You put the wrong
And then-
fucking hats on everything.
And then in this exact moment, the only person who can hear this is Kyron. And she just hears from coming out of the mist, more kindling, souls to put to rest.
Oh god, yay, we're gonna die, everyone.
All right.
Do I have to roll a disadvantage? Well, this is...
I have a technical question to ask.
Yes.
Would fairy fire be helpful in this situation?
It creates some sort of light, right? And what spell is
Yes.
what level is fairy fire?
It's a first level spell.
I was looking into this, what type of light could counteract that.
Yeah.
I would have spells that are equal roll just a regular d20 to see which one gets the higher, to see if it has enough strength to counteract a spell of the same level.
Okay.
And
Could she cast it at a higher spell
she
slot?
could if she wanted to. So after that, that is the whatever it is that just caused these fog clouds turns. I'm just gonna put these for their placements. All right, and that makes it Kyron's turn.
Wait, I have a
Kyron
technical
is
question. then.
within heavily obscured area. Kyron is effectively blinded.
Okay,
I
she's
have a
going
similar
to...
technical question.
What?
So my sword lights up.
If you bonus action make it light up. But the thing is,
Will that help me at all? That's one more question.
you'll have to see.
Fine. Okay.
I'm not gonna just give this. Try it out and see how it
No.
works.
Okay, so
Learn.
she's going to cast fairy fire at first level.
All right, where's she casting it?
She's going to cast it where she saw everybody before she went blinded. So it's going to center right in between those two, and it is a
10-foot radius, right?
It's so it's gonna be between
20
me,
foot
Bracket,
cube.
and Jinrash.
20-foot cube.
Centered on. Did you center on this point right here?
Yeah, that point right there.
I'll allow her because she just saw it there a second ago before
Yeah.
the thing. So 5, 10. Okay.
Everybody within it has to.
Can she choose who it hits and who it doesn't?
No.
No.
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. So everybody roll a dexterity saving throw within that.
All right. So that's gonna be Jinrash, Bracket, both of the fire newts, and whatever that other thing
You
is.
have to exceed 14.
Well, I passed. I got nat 20.
Nat 1!
Okay, well you're outlined in
What was
in
the
light.
DC?
14.
14. And what happens when they fail?
Nat 20,
for the
guys.
duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius.
All right. So both of the fire newts made the save. However, this creature, you finally do see it in a 10-foot radius around it, pushing almost the heavily obscured area. It ends up looking like a little tiny fairy-ish thing made out of magma.
Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay.
I
So
am
right
now
so
at
right-
disadvantage.
So right now, everything that was in that heavily obscured mist that's right there, you can just see like a dim light glowing from that one side and almost outline this magma-shaped fairy, just like with a long snout. Just
Okay.
you see that? That is Kyron's action. Anything for a bonus action?
As a bonus action,
I'm gonna get fucked up.
You guys brought 2 battles at once. I spaced it out.
1
In the
second.
moment that we died before we entered the dungeon.
So any creature would be blinded, even if it has. What if it has like blind sight?
It's heavily if it has blind sense,
Yeah.
then it can. However, if it has dark vision, it doesn't benefit from dark vision in this case.
Okay. I don't think anything she has blind sight.
Yeah, she can't be a bat yet.
You
can she?
knew where if oh yeah, Kyron's looking through. Okay.
She's just going to back up
Okay.
away out of this area, so she's gonna hop over there and then
Because she's
out of that area.
blinded, I'm gonna say acrobatics to get over the
That's fair.
water canal because she can't see it anymore. She knew it was there, so I'll give her advantage with it.
Advantage. Okay, I'll take 13 plus skills. So acrobatics. 14.
14. Alright, she is able to make the
13
jump
plus one.
over and get outside of the thing. She now sees Naresh in front of her, and she just looks back, and there's just clouds of heavily obscured fog all around the field.
She's like, fuck that.
And that will be her turn.
That's her turn.
Naresh, it is your turn.
Okay. So the battle map for me is super lagging. Like, I still can't really even see where the enemies are.
Wait, really? It seems fun on our end.
The one that is surrounded right here is an enemy.
Wait a sec. He's
yeah, we need to get them colored.
Would it
So
be
that
helpful
one-
if I took a picture and sent it to you?
Or
Huh?
Would it be helpful if I took a
Where's his
picture and
camera
sent
aimed?
it to you?
The camera's aimed right here.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want.
Very helpful.
one.
No,
Okay.
he can't. He doesn't see
Okay.
it through his camera.
I'm gonna take
Oh.
a picture.
Yeah, send him a picture. That'd be the best.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
it's
no,
okay.
no.
It's not your fault.
It's one of the technical things we gotta deal with.
There you
It's
go.
why we need to get our miniatures painted, so you can tell which ones are the friendlies.
Yeah. Even if we just hose them in orange or whatever, so we know who's us.
Yeah.
Well, each one of us should be an individually separate color.
But Callum, if you're looking at the screen, I'm gonna go back and forth. I know it's
Actually,
gonna be a few
orange
seconds
would be
before you
perfect.
see it.
Mine
But
should
this
be
one
white
first
because
when you
I
see,
have pale white skin.
this one right
I'm
there,
a ginger, everyone.
this right there, and then the fairy type one that's next
I have red
to
eyes.
Doc
I'm a
right there.
ginger who's like
All of
almost
those
an
are-
angel.
The problem though is I'm not
I'm
seeing
beautiful.
your hand when you say this one there
I,
and this
I,
one there.
I know. Just wait until it appears on the screen, and you'll see which ones I'm pointing towards.
Just wait, yeah, just be
Yep,
patient,
that
right?
one, that one, that one, and that one. I pointed at them like 3 times each, so you'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're over in that area.
The ones over the red dots
Or
are
Fire fairies.
obscured.
yeah.
And
Basically, you can't see anything except the one that's near Vane, who you can see through the fog. There's just like some dim light.
Here, I'll keep my
emanating
finger
around
by it as you look at the map. So the one that my finger's pointing at, you'll see it. That's near Vane. You can see, and you
Yeah.
can see the outline of me.
Because you also failed.
Okay.
I failed hard. I got 1.
Bracket and that method are
you
both
might be able to
surrounded in dim light.
dimly see the others that are within 10
Oh, it's the
feet.
method.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is a magma method.
Yeah. So if you can see it.
So like you might be able to vaguely see the salamander-looking
And-
creature, just because
And
Bracket
how
is
far away
giving off 10
is that
feet
from
of
me?
dim light.
Wait,
Yeah.
The
and how
magma
far-
method.
Which means I should in theory be able to still see it.
The magma method.
Yes.
Callum?
And then I can see mine, but he can't see me.
5, 10,
No,
15, 20,
That's a river.
25,
It's not
30.
within 10 feet of him. I don't
The
think.
thing in front
Yeah,
of
he is.
Bracket is
Oh.
35 feet from you.
Damn.
5, 10.
You can
Oh,
see. You
okay.
still have your. You
Yeah.
still have your movement though.
You would have to ask.
Yeah,
Brian
can I
to see if
move?
Yeah.
that would-
I'd have to ask
Actually,
too to be like, am I actually at disadvantage because I'm
5,
glowing?
10, and then you would have to hop over this waterway to get to the
It
next
just has
area.
advantage on
You move 10, and now the river's in front of you, and
I
then
know, I'm
the
at
waterway
disadvantage. I'm
is
at double
right in front of you
disadvantage.
as well.
Just wait because.
Okay, I'm gonna move 10 feet closer and throw my never break
Alright.
plate at the
But you
magma
have
method.
just straight roll.
5, 10, 15. Okay, so
So
hold on,
blast
5,
the.
10,
Because
15, 20.
flanking should
30.
cancel out the
All
disadvantage.
right, so hold on. I thought you were talking about the one that's right in front of Bracket. That one, the magma method right now is 30 feet from you before you can before you try to hop over the waterway. It would bring you into the heavily obscured area. However, you would be able to still see
Okay,
it
I'm
dimly.
gonna try to hop over the waterway.
All right, that works perfectly. You're able to see it at first in that small little area right outside. You
I would
hop.
still be able to see the magma method.
Yep, you are now there. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. So yeah, the magma method is now 20 feet from you. You're throwing through fog, but you can see the light and the outline of the magma method. So you can roll with no like. Is it?
It'd
Is
be
it,
normal.
is it advantage?
It's
to hit for
advantage.
there.
Yeah.
So that would
Counteract
counteract
the
the
disadvantage.
disadvantage for the hit. So that'd be a straight roll.
Okay. I fucking hate myself. Oh wait, no, that's a 7. Okay, never mind. 13.
13 hits. Roll damage.
Beautiful. 2d4s. Okay.
You look like you're like have your arm over Asia at the photo.
Plus
Oh, that's cute.
3.
So what's the total?
So 9 damage. No. Yeah, 9 damage.
All right.
Oh, we
9
actually have
points
something
of
for fairy
damage.
fire, I think. Or no, we don't. That's just my brain because.
All right, you throw the never break plate through the fog, just cutting through the fog in some areas, like, almost like ripping it. And all you see is that outline in. Oh, what color does she want the outline to be? 'Cause I'm pretty sure she can choose.
Well, it says blue, green, or violet. Could she make it yellow?
Sure.
Okay.
She's just a yellow outline of
makes the
this
most
figure,
sense.
and you throw, and it just smacks it right in its jaw. You can see the outline moving with it, because that's really all you can like make out of its character, slashing into its face, and it just turns back in the area, looking around, trying to see what it can see. What else do you do with your turn?
At one point, everything's gonna start trying to attack me, by the way, because they can see me.
You have dim light around you, so you can see vague. You
Can I see the
well
person
too.
directly in front of me?
Yes,
No,
because
I'm just gonna.
Fairy Fire went out a high enough spell that it counteracted the fog cloud in that area, so your dim light penetrates that fog cloud in that smaller area.
So,
I'm good for
here's the real question. Because the guy in front of me
Is within my
is
10
within
foot.
the 10 feet,
Can
but-
You'd be able to see, yes.
I'd be able to see him.
But he can't see
he
him.
can't see me.
Yes. So
That's-
Naresh,
that's
What else
insane.
do you do with your turn?
I'm gonna bardically inspire whoever's turn is the next. Closest.
The only ones you can see, because everybody else is in the cloud.
Yeah, you
is
only
Not
can
Bra-
do it while she's not here.
You can see Bracket and you can see Kyron.
Do not inspire Kyron while she's not here.
Well, she's not in combat right now.
No,
Anyway.
I
Yeah.
know
You-
not
you-
to.
you can
I know
also-
not to.
you can al-
I'm really upset.
I'd say you can also see Vane, because Vane's flying
Above it.
and also its wings are like keeping it
Yeah,
out
we
of the
said that
fog
she's
cloud
30
area.
feet up. So
Oh
Yeah.
my
she's definitely
god,
in
I'm
range.
bardically inspiring Vane.
Kyron is the only one who hasn't been bardically
That's gonna
inspired
annoy her
yet.
too, but it's okay.
All right, so
No, I had to. It had to happen.
Because you're like, oh look, an owl. Look,
Vane
an
now
owl.
has a D6. And what do you do to bardically inspire Vane?
I'm just clicking my tongue rapidly.
What?
Like, and clapping my hands. Like, just in a rhythmic, like, I'm just making up noise.
All right, and Vane somehow feels ready to hit, ready to attack these things in front of it.
She'll take it.
Oh, I mean,
Alright.
wait, does that mean Vane can see the
She
two
looks
things
at
next to
him.
us?
Vane
He's
can
like,
see you and Vane can see you and the method and anything within 10 feet of them.
So I'm
right now,
I'm eliminating all of the
It
enemies.
is Vane's turn.
Well,
Except for
Vane
that
turns
one.
her head at Naresh and goes, woo, and then goes into attack. She's going to go directly behind the one that Bracket is fighting.
All right.
She's gonna fly like 5 feet off the ground so that she doesn't have to touch the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to try to attack it.
Roll an attack.
So does she have advantage?
Because it is a pincer.
I think it's just straight.
No, Bracket.
Or just a straight roll?
It's a straight because Bracket is the one you would have advantage on because he's the one who.
I'm the one
is
glowing.
No, but
illuminating.
because she's flanking.
Pincering.
Oh,
Flanking.
oh yeah, flanking. Yeah, advantage. Yep. I
Yep.
forgot you said it's flanking, and I run. I like the flanking rule. It gives advantage to. It gives strategic.
Okay, 15 to hit.
15 to hit. As Vane comes down to try to hit, it just turns and just blocks with the
Oh,
shield
it has
real
high
quick.
These
AC.
things are hard to hit.
You guys put them at the same time. They were supposed to be spaced out. It's not my fault.
Okay, she's. Oh wait, could I use Bardic Inspiration? Oh, but I know that it didn't hit.
Yep,
Okay.
but it has to be before the outcome has
Yeah,
been
okay.
determined.
That's fine.
Is Vane staying right there?
Yeah, she's gonna stay there so that Bracket also has flanking.
All right. So after that, Jinrash, it is your turn.
I'm gonna attack the one that's right in front of my face.
All right.
Because he can
'Cause-
see it,
Yeah,
and they can't
'cause
see him.
Fuck that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a fail. That's a 4.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
It doesn't even use its shield. It's just looking at you. You just hit off its chain shirt and just like.
Oh, so these things are
Nice try.
so these things are armored like I'm armored. Great.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Not
bitch.
chain mail. It's got chain shirt.
Oh, so.
It's a lighter material than yours.
Oh.
All right.
So you're telling me
anything for your bonus action?
it's
or
AC
movement?
16 probably, guys.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna rage.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I'm not in range from it.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm raging. Fuck it. I don't give
All
a
right.
shit.
Within 10
Am I
feet
within
of you.
range?
Did you long rest
Nope.
before?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
You're right at
'Cause you-
15, just like the fire newt.
I never hit long rest.
Oh.
Bracket is within 10 feet. So Bracket and the fire newt in front of you take 2 fire damage.
Thanks, everyone.
Fire new and immune to fire damage.
Yes, it is. I
That's
just
what
looked
I
at it.
assumed.
So it just shoots at it and then just like.
You've only
shrugs it
hurt
off.
me, no one else.
It's okay. It's helpful
Fine.
to rage anyway.
Yeah.
I know.
All
We're
right.
back sitting there like, what the fuck is this?
After Jinrash's
No, you're
turn.
This burns!
After Jinrash's turn, Bracket, suddenly outlined in yellow and shedding a dim light, just, huh? It's your turn. Your wings are still just, like, right there. You have two winged creatures
Yeah, yeah,
surrounding
yeah.
this fire.
I'm just like, what the balls?
Could that count as like an intimidation thing since they're both winged?
You would
It's,
have
like,
to use
pretty
your
scary.
action to
Oh,
do an
okay.
intimidation. It would be with advantage, but that you would have to use your action to do that intimidation.
I'd rather hit it.
Okay.
Right. So are you? So you which?
I'm just rolling straight, right?
Yeah, because it's not.
It's
it doesn't
because I can
have
see it,
advantage on Yep.
And it has advantage on you.
Okay. So, this would
Because
be...
you would be at disadvantage. Oh wait, no, you wouldn't be at disadvantage because you're shedding
Yeah,
light on it.
yeah.
But you
So
get
what- okay, what
advantage
am I- what-
because you're flanking.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for writing me
No
flanking.
problem.
Okay,
so
so
you
I'm-
have advantage to hit.
Okay, so what do I add for hitting? Because I don't remember.
It's your sword, which is your strength plus your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
Which is plus 6.
So it's
I believe.
4.
It's plus 6.
Oh.
Plus 6 to hit.
Okay, that is 9. That is...
What'd you get?
24.
24
Yeah.
hits. Roll damage.
Give me a second. I have to
And,
go...
wait. Roll a D100 because you're using your Radiant Ripper.
Yes, I am.
Let's see if you can get the additional effect.
Which...
A percentile and a D10.
Yeah, I
Vane
just have to
is,
find
like,
a 10.
super hyped.
Mm-hmm.
You have to tell me how to do this math again, Bri.
That's a 70, and then what's the other thing?
9.
9.
I believe that's within the range. Hold on.
I think it's within
I
the
wrote
range.
it on there. Let's see who can get to
I
it
s-
first.
Well-
Ugh. Who can get to it first?
Well, I just got to it. I just had to read.
75 to 89, 1d4 extra radiant damage. So you roll
So-
the d8 for your sword damage.
Try to find my
I
D8.
know all the damage you have to do, so d8 first.
8,
Alright, roll your d4.
2, and
10.
6.
So
16.
10 plus your 2 for dueling, so
Yep.
12 plus
16.
4 for
Yeah, 6. So
that.
plus 6.
20.
And then because you are using
18.
your ability right now, your Radiant Soul, I believe it's called, I believe it gives extra radiant damage equal to your level.
Oh, so that's plus another 4, so that's...
It's 20
20.
points of damage you deal to this fire
Ouch.
nuke.
That's what Vane goes.
Yeet.
Goes, "Ooh."
Yeah!
Slash through it, there's a giant gash across through its chainmail, and it's just like bleeding out its mouth. It's like,
He's like, whoa, that's a good hit.
anything with your bonus action, because you didn't use your bonus action
Oh,
yet.
Yeah, that's just your action, my guy.
20 points of damage.
Oof.
Fight it.
Oh yeah, I can
Yes,
Thunderous
smite
Smite,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that prepares it for the next
That's
round.
still fine.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna use it yet, because I don't feel like
No.
using up the spell slots, because we're in way more combat than I thought we were gonna be in.
Alright.
But
Is that end your turn?
it's still a big fight.
I know it's a big fight, but...
But this is the entrance to the dungeon.
yeah,
Yeah.
we weren't supposed to be in this fight, so
Oh,
I'm gonna
Kylan
be...
is also concentrating, I think, on
Yep.
Fairy
Yeah,
Fire.
I'm gonna be conservative on it and not use any of my other stuff.
Alright, so that's your turn.
Yeah, it's on my turn.
Knock, it is your turn.
Okay.
You
Do I notice that it's there, even though I'm blinded?
it used the fog cloud and
'Cause it's
then came
dark.
out, and so you don't know it's there.
I don't know
Suddenly,
it's there.
just dark clouds were everywhere. Dark fog was all around.
Okay,
you.
so I would aim towards one of the ones I could see.
Yep. As soon as that appeared, you just suddenly just ding ding. You can see that yellow glow of the fire method over there, and then the yellow glow of bracket. Anything within 10 feet of them, you can see.
She's gonna say, "Thanks, Kyron," and then she's gonna shoot at the magma creature.
All right. Roll an attack roll.
Is this thing humanoid? I'm gonna guess not.
No, they are not considered humanoids.
Okay. 25 to hit.
That hits. No, it doesn't. It's an AC of 28. You know, it's just.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
actually the boss.
17,
We got the boss so pissed off it came out.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. This one now just like you hear just and it's still up, but it's like starting to pant.
So noticing that it's there, does she notice that it's on the red spot?
It looked like that red spot was its form.
So she's gonna realize that she's right next to one.
Yes, she
So
was.
she's gonna try to move.
All right.
5.
It's gonna get
10,
a disadvantage attack
15,
of
20.
opportunity against you. because it
25,
can't see within fog
30.
cloud as well.
She'll be right next to
So-
Naresh.
So
Oh.
disadvantage.
That's one way to
attack
No,
know.
you should say she taps Naresh, so Naresh knows.
Yeah, she'll put her hand on Naresh and be like, "It's me."
That's a 6 to hit.
That does not hit. I have a 16 AC.
All right. After
Yee,
that,
tank people.
that becomes the fire
I'm
newt's
kind of
turn.
hard to hit.
Yeah, right there with
Did I
it.
tell you, Conlon, that mine went up to 18?
Yeah, I know.
This
Yeah,
is
we're
right there.
tank. We're all tank people now.
So,
I'm so excited.
All right. So
she doesn't have a bonus action, so that's it.
I can choose to make Naresh 20
That's crazy.
so
if I want
Or
to.
me 18.
Do it!
with the fire newt's
If you're
turn-
near something, I would. But I can't see you.
with the fire newt's turns, the one that's in front of Bracket just like turns its head and then just shoots a little ball of fire right out of its mouth. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh crap.
It's not a fireball. It's just fire breath.
I know, but
Hit me with that bitch.
Let me move these dice out of my rolling piece. That looks like it's a CX.
6 plus your dexterity saving throw.
I don't even know what that is.
Nothing.
Yeah, I think it's nothing.
All right. Unfortunately, you do not make the save, and you take 9 points of fire damage as just a burst of fire just is blown into your face.
Now wishing I had taken Shield Master.
Burn of damage.
Oh, you need to remember. You can dual wield swords now. You're only holding one out with your shield right now, so you do have that extra AC. But you could have taken the shield off to do the 2 swords.
I was deciding that the combat fighting something else that has a sword and a shield was a good choice to
Yep.
remain with the sword and shield.
And then the other one is new Jinrash was right in front of it. It's going to make a disadvantage attack against it.
Guys, I'm almost at half health.
That disadvantage helped because that's a nat 20.
I'm not there yet.
And then a
I'm gonna kill
14
it
to hit.
first.
Fail.
It slashes through the air. It doesn't know exactly where you are. You just duck a little bit out of the way. It's missing its attack.
Yeah, because you can see where it's moving.
After that, it is the Magma Mephit's turn. Knowing the Magma Mephit, knowing where Nock was, it's gonna make a guess in the direction of where she went.
I kind of moved erratically.
Yeah, let me see.
I moved first towards its right, so when it attacked me, I was here.
So she moved that
so
way.
it might think I'm going that way.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just
D8
give it that.
to see which direction it shoots this ability in.
Okay.
Okay, so around I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It got a 2, so it's gonna make it in this direction,
Okay.
and it is a 15-foot cone. So it's
Okay.
just like the
can't
other
hit
thing.
Kyron, that's good.
Just like the one that just hit Bracket, just
It's
lets
gonna
out a
hit
little
me.
fire breath, and I need Nock to make a dexterity saving throw. Naresh being just outside of the radius.
So he sees, whoa, fire, whoa.
What's 15 plus 7?
22.
22.
You make
Holy shit!
you are able to dodge part of the way out of it, taking half damage. So you take 7 reduced to half, so that is going to be 3 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Right. And the other Magma Mephit is going to move in this direction towards
Stay with me.
towards
Everyone's converging on the guy they can see.
Yeah, because they can see you. And this one is going to make a claw. Actually, no, that one's going to use its fire breath attack against you as well, just getting right up next to you. And then fire breath attack, 15-foot cone. Is that gonna? Yeah, but it's immune to fire damage. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
12. You at this one, as soon as it breathes its breath, you are able to. After getting that first one, you get hit with the brunt, and then you see the other one, and you dodge out of the way, only taking half damage. Take 3 points of fire damage. All right, Kyron.
Everything's
it's your turn.
Kyron is
I'm
going
2
to
points
cast,
away from half health.
Ice Knife.
Mhm.
She's going to cast it on that magma creature right there. It's a 60
Which one?
foot.
The Magnum.
The one in the middle?
That one right there?
Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
Okay, that one is glowing. So basically, the 2 balls of light have converged on each
So
other.
she
right
has
there.
to roll to hit it.
All right. So roll the hit, and that's the piercing damage if she hits, I believe.
14. What's her attack? Spell attack. Sorry, not my character.
I think it's a +6. But
yeah,
regardless,
+6, so dirty 20.
that does hit. So roll the piercing damage from it hitting it.
Okay, so that was a D10.
Got you.
Ice knife. 5 piercing damage.
All right, that magma method. As soon as it hits it, just you see its body just crumple to the floor. The dim light surrounding it. I'm gonna say it stays on its body as long as she holds concentration.
And then
it's
the
down.
ice knife explodes.
Everything within
5
feet.
feet.
So bracket that one
Sorry.
and that one need to make dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
All right, make a dex saving throw
Dex
against
14.
Kyron's spell save DC.
11.
plus.
What's plus?
Doesn't
Nothing.
have any plus.
Shit. Okay.
I have low
and
dex.
let
I have
me
really
just
low
see-
dex. My main focus is on charisma
So
and
hold on. So
strength.
these other
Okay, so I
fire
have to roll
newts,
this anyway.
both of the fire newts fail as well, so they take the full
7.
damage. 7 points of
Oh,
damage.
cold damage.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm at 16.
I'm sorry.
You've already gotten fucked.
All right.
Everything's yeeting at me.
Use healing hands on yourself. I don't know.
I want
The
to kill what's
one-
around me
The
first.
one
Yeah, I'm
you were
sorry.
holding Hunter's Mark concentration on falls before you, so you were able
Okay.
to move that out. This one also fell.
Just put them where they were. Put them where they were.
Well, that
Well, put the one
that-
that's glowing where it
I'm
was.
gonna say that. Okay, that clogs up the battlefield and everything.
Yeah,
but
the
I just
ones
wanna
that's
say that on the
glowing is
ground.
The ones that have like effects that infect the
Yep.
battle should stay.
All right. So that is the end of. That's the end of that spell. Does Kyra do anything with the bonus action?
Nothing's near
No,
me.
she's not in danger, so she's just gonna stay where she is.
Okay, she's the only one not in
Yeah,
the fog
she's like,
cloud.
I'm not getting fucking in there.
Mhm.
Fuck that. I almost died
And-
yesterday and the day before.
And
It's my turn.
hold on.
I'm staying here.
I'm gonna say because fog cloud
She doesn't know. She
Fog
doesn't know
cloud
that
is
you're hurt.
concentration, so this fog cloud falls
Okay.
as soon as that one falls. So now it's just Jinrash in there. This radius is there. You guys suddenly just with the beating of Vane's wings, the fog just
Beating of both of our wings.
just
True.
clears out the second that one falls out, and now
Brian,
Vane
Oh,
just
I
Vane just
should've,
looks at you with a cocked head.
I can fly. I can fly. Woo!
I just made a concentration check. I succeeded.
Okay,
Sorry.
yep.
I forgot to do that earlier.
We'll get better at concentration check.
Yeah, it was 16
Oh, wait, was I supposed to
plus
do-
3,
Oh, wait, I'm
so
not doing
that's
anything, never
definitely
mind.
more than half of
Never mind.
3.
I'm not doing any of my
So,
stupid things.
It's 10
Yeah,
or
it's
half.
10
Yeah.
or, yeah.
So
But I got
after
19.
that,
This is a
that was
question
Kyron's
for the
turn.
DM.
Yeah,
Can
that's
later
Kyron's
on
turn.
we get one of my miniatures with wings?
Sure, if we can afford that. Naresh, it is
That'd be
your
awesome.
turn.
Just swap them. Sorry, flying.
Fire salamander.
What?
Where's the closest fire salamander dealing?
In front of me.
You can see the one of them
Can
fell.
I go look it up with my fiddle?
You can run through the cloud around, so 5, 10, 15,
I'm
20.
pointing at it. Move your hand, Bryce, so you can see it in a sec.
Yep, so you can move and you are now right next to it.
I'm
next
pointing
to
where you
Jinrash.
are, and you'll see on stream in a second.
You are next to Jinrash. You are within the fog, so it cannot technically see you, and it didn't know you were coming up. It knew Jinrash was there. That's why it was an even strike right there. But so you can make this attack against it with advantage because it can't see you.
Okay, on stream you should be able to see both.
Because it's within
I'm not
dim
confused.
light right now.
Would I have
Oh wait,
disadvantage?
actually, hold on, because this thing's right here, 10-foot dim light. No, okay, so actually, Jinrash and Naresh are now within that dim light radius
No.
of this dead creature.
No, the dead creature.
Oh, the
The
Not
dead
me.
Yep.
creature's
Yeah.
shining
So
heavy,
it's a straight roll, Cal, not advantage.
Okay, well, I'm still. Yeah, the first one was better, anyways, so.
Okay, what was it?
17, well, natural 17, but,
That
I'm
definitely
using my fiddle
hits.
two-handed, so. 23.
That definitely hits.
Beautificent. My AC is also +2 right now,
All right, keep track of that.
so. Yeah, I'll keep track of that. I do. 4.
This fight was just supposed to be the magma methods.
This is fun though. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we originally were supposed to go deeper in the dungeon tonight. Nope.
You thought you were gonna get to the
I
boss
do
today.
damage
I didn't
to
think
it.
I was gonna.
How much?
8.
8 points of damage as you just crack your fiddle across its jaw. A few of its teeth come out, and now it just looks in your area. Now seeing two of you, Jinrash and you, right next to each other. Axe in one hand, fiddle in the other.
Confused?
Anything for your bonus action?
Yeah. I'm gonna put the fiddle like with. I'm gonna sing a little ditty.
You gotta sing a
I'm
little
gonna sing
ditty.
a little ditty and like pat Jinrash on the shoulder.
Just
With my mage hand. Can't do that.
well,
I just wish I could.
yeah, mage hand's an action. So unfortunately, you just whack it with your fiddle, and then you just start playing as your bonus action, tapping Jinrash on the shoulder. Do you say anything specific?
No, I'm just humming along as I'm playing the fiddle.
All right. So you
And
now
then I
have.
put back in my two hands.
Am I
when I'm
inspired?
done.
You are now inspired, my friend.
You have a D6.
All right.
Also, am I on fire now?
No.
No.
It's only when I choose to make the fire.
Yep. It's 2 damage automatically when he activates it, and then 2 damage when he activates the damage as a bonus action. So.
Yeah.
And now you know that
Oh,
creature's
please
immune
don't
to
set me on
fire.
fire.
So.
It's up
There's
to
no
you.
reason for me to use fire now.
So if that
You
is
don't
your
want this
turn,
one? It's
Naresh.
glittery.
That is your turn, Naresh.
Yes.
Vane's turn.
Okay, Vane is gonna do the same thing as she did before.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna come up behind this one.
Flying over
flying
the body
over
of
the
that
dead
one.
body.
We can't even stand it
Yeah,
yet.
it's
Just put it
okay.
behind. We know it's right there.
Wait,
She's
I
gonna
got-
flank.
with Jinrash
with
or
Jinrash.
Naresh. All right.
There we
Roll
go.
attack with advantage.
Ooh, that's good. 19 plus 4, 23.
19, 23 hits. Roll some damage.
You got it. One sec.
There you go.
Okay.
Need it.
So that's 2d6.
100% won't need it.
Why? Because you're gonna. If it's not dead, you're gonna
2d6
eat this thing
plus
across the universe.
4. Oh, I rolled 2 1s. That's 6 damage.
6 points of damage. It's clawing in this thing's back. You can just see blood running down its. You can actually see it in contrast to its natural red body. It's just basically crawling down its body.
What color
It's-
is its blood, Brian?
It's red blood. It's
Oh,
no
that's
red
boring.
blood.
Oh,
And
so it's
she's gonna
iron based?
stay
Damn it.
there
Someone be
again
like,
to help out
Or
Jinrash.
which is green, or
It doesn't specify that it's like cold-blooded or anything like
She
that.
wants
Cobalt?
to provide that
Cobalt
extra
based?
oh yeah.
blue blood?
that extra damage for him, you know.
What did it do?
She wants to, like provide that extra intimidation for
By standing
Jinrash.
right there.
Yeah,
Alright.
so she's gonna stay exactly where she is
This-
and flap menacingly.
This thing's just looking around. It's complete. It's surrounded by everything, not
Because her
looking
wings
good.
are big, so they're like almost touching him as she's flapping.
They're probably almost touching me.
Yeah,
All right, Jinrash, it is your turn.
probably almost.
I'm
touching
going to
Jinrash.
try to yeet the fucking shit out of his neck.
Roll with advantage.
Did you roll bad?
Oh, I did miserable.
Aww.
Well, no, what was it? 8
Yeah.
plus
Bad
3.
rolls.
8, that's 11, 10, or 13.
13 to hit.
Bardic Inspiration is also...
You have to
can
do it
use
before.
Bardic Inspiration at
Yes.
D6.
D6.
I didn't say the outcome yet, so you are able to use it.
That's why I'm also using
Yeah, he's just trying to add.
So
Which is
13
fine.
plus
4, 17.
17 hits with that Bardic
Yeah!
Inspiration.
It's a 16, I believe.
Well, it was at 13 plus 4, so 17. So.
No,
it's
Of course
AC.
I'm using
Yeah,
it.
it's AC's a 16.
Maybe.
No, because it's someone's
Now
hit
I
it
do
at
a
15, so it's hit
D12.
at 17, so it's probably
D12.
16.
Plus your strength plus your rage.
4,
damage.
Are
4,
you cleaving
7.
this bitch in half?
7 and what? Or strength and...
And then your rage damage, which is plus 2.
So it's 9.
9. As soon as Vane just claws in its back, it pushes it forward, and you swing your axe up and just cleave its head off.
Holy
Or do you want to
shit.
cleave it in half?
No, I want its head.
All right.
Its head's gonna become my new,
That one has now
You gonna stuff it?
fallen.
No, it's gonna be my trophy.
She looks Jinrash in the face and goes,
Bracket, it is your turn.
Raising the axe and everything.
All you know is that there is fog over in that direction.
You act like I'm using any kind of attack, dude. I'm making sure I don't die. I'm gonna do cure wounds on myself.
All right. Roll
definitely.
1d8.
That one hurt.
7 plus 4, so that's
11.
yeah.
All right, so add
You're
that back.
double
to your hit
checking
points.
my math?
My brain wasn't working, dude.
Any movement, any bonus action.
I'm gonna stay where I am because I have no clue who the other enemy is. I don't even know that enemy exists,
You're
so I have no
just-
reason to move towards it.
You're just glowing in yellow right now, and just everything around you has just fallen. After that knock, it is your turn. You know roughly where this thing
Yeah,
is at.
because I just got hit with fire.
Also, I didn't
So-
specify it because you can't see it, but it might have moved from that location.
Okay.
It's still in there and you can't see it.
She's going to try to hit it.
That's where you knew it was last.
So I have disadvantage.
I know exactly what space it's at. You can do the D8 to choose where you want to shoot, or you can just choose which direction, and I'll let you know if it hits.
Okay. She's going to shoot. God damn it. Do I have any idea? So, from seeing this thing move, do I know how far they can move?
It looks like it can move the standard distance, but it can fly.
So you have no clue where it is.
No, I have no clue. Okay, I'll roll
Say what numbers are each. If you're doing the D8,
I'll roll
it's
a
8
D8.
directions.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That
Oh,
way.
I thought you said 1 there.
Yeah, 1,
1,
2, 3, 4.
Oh, so that
5,
one. Okay.
That way.
So fire in that direction. Okay. Fire and arrow, roll an attack at disadvantage. You're not sure where it's at. You're firing blindly.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You take that shot and you hear clink off of the rock wall. Did not make any contact.
Oh, I also would have tried to move my hunter's mark to it. Could I have done that?
I think
Do I have to see a creature?
read what hunt? Let me.
You
get
might
up
need to
there.
see a creature.
One
pretty
sec,
sure.
I have it written.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you
a
do
creature
need to
you
see
can
it.
see.
All right. Anything you want to do is your bonus action at all?
Bonus action. Can I? I'm just gonna move my hunter's mark to myself for now, just so I can keep it up.
There's now a ring of green. I don't know if you're normally allowed to, but I'm letting it. You have
Says
a
a creature.
sort of.
You can see. I can see myself.
That is valid. You have a ring of
And
dark
she's not.
green
It's only
thorns
if you
turning
attack the
around
creature,
you.
does it affect you?
If you
Yeah.
attack yourself, you add an extra D6
Yep.
now.
Not gonna happen. It's okay.
All right.
Unless you go
after that,
crazy.
Yeah.
Unless he uses some spell that makes you
Or
stab
one.
yourself to death.
It is the magma. It is the magma mephit's turn, and it moved over in this direction. It flies
Yeah.
above, and it's right here next to Kyron
Oh, fuck
now.
you.
It's gonna make a claw attack at
Wait,
Kyron.
could it see her?
It moved in that direction, then it got out of its fog
So
cloud
it
with
popped
the
out and
wind.
attacked
It
Kyron.
couldn't see.
Wait.
It just moved in that direction.
But
and
if it
now it's
moved, then
outside.
she would have seen it.
What? No, it's,
No.
it's within a
No,
No,
fog
I'm
cloud.
blinded.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's why.
I can't see it.
All right. So
And she still
attack
had no clue
at
when over there.
Kyron.
Does Kyron make a sound when it hits her?
If
That's
it does hit her, it will, and that is a 16 to hit.
I believe that hits.
I believe that hits. I don't know.
Because I
what
think
her
hers is
AC
15.
is.
I think hers is 15.
That's what I clicked on, but it's not there. I'm sorry.
No
Oh,
worries.
15, yeah.
Yeah.
So
16
it
hits. Okay, so Kyron takes
If you want.
3 points of slashing and 4 points of fire
That is-
damage as this thing
Something
just
that's
Seven
breaks
points of
across
damage.
her side. 7
Oh, gotcha.
points of damage, and if you want, she can yell something out afterwards.
Yeah, she's gonna go, knock, it's over here! Literally.
Right.
What the fuck?
And then after that, it is Kyron's turn.
No.
Okay,
I closed it.
Oh.
I don't even know how I closed it.
one sec. She's gonna cast Thunder Wave.
All right.
First
What kind of
level.
save does it need to make?
Con 14.
Con of 14. All right, that got an 18, so it's gonna take half damage.
Yeah. So total of 3 damage.
All right.
That's halved.
All right. All right, Naresh, it is your
and it's
turn.
not
8
pushed.
damage.
Can we
I'm
now all
going to
see it over there?
throw
You guys can.
My never break plate at the.
'Cause it's outside of the
method
thing,
and
right?
move closer to it.
Oh, on her bonus
Or does it
action,
follow
she's gonna
it?
take out her scimitar.
All right, perfect. She now has her scimitar out with her shield. Naresh, you heard Kyron yelling. You knew where Kyron was. You can't. You don't have line of sight because it's through the fog cloud. You can move in that direction though.
Yeah, I want to move closer to it.
All right, 5.
Until either I can see it or I feel reasonably sure that I can hit the method.
All right, so 5, 10. You know where Kyron is. You bump into Knock, past Knock, and you're right here. You knew the water well was in that direction. You still can't. If you went the same route that you went before, so 5, 10, 15, and then you can see it. 20 to jump out. You come right next to Kyron. It's now 10 feet from you.
The method?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna throw my plate at its face.
All right, roll an attack roll.
Yas. God damn it. So I got a 7 to hit.
7 to hit misses. You throw it and it just flies right overhead, shattering into the wall, reappearing back in your hand. Anything with your
Can I
bonus
throw it on
action?
the ground again? Like spike it?
Yeah, bonus action just takes the plate and spikes it on the ground, reappears back in your hand.
Okay.
Alright, anything else with your turn?
No, just that was the frustration.
Okay. It is now Vane's turn.
Okay,
60-foot flying
60
speed?
foot. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. She can get there.
Flies over all of the mist coming
gonna
from
fly on
above
the
and
other
getting
side.
behind.
So can she go
Because
like
it needs to be
there?
4 spaces. Yeah,
She's
she's
flying.
half in the mist and the fog, and she's blowing it away. So yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
And she's flanking.
So
with
does she
Kyron.
have advantage?
If she's directly across from Kyron.
Yeah,
Yep.
she is. It's not great. 12 to hit.
12 to hit. That hits.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
That's
So-
great.
It's
Right.
not like the fire newts. It's not wearing armor and having a shield and everything.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
8. Nope. Plus 4. 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Vane racks its talons across its back, its fire form, and just taking a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm gonna just let you know, because I didn't do it with the last one. I should have, so I'm not gonna do it. When it dies, it's supposed to have a death burst
Okay.
within a 5-foot radius. So Bracket should have had to make another deck save. I'm gonna just say you were able to block from its fire burst and everything. So, but you know, you heard or saw that explosion because it's blowing up. When it died, its body blew up a little bit.
Okay,
That's my bad for forgetting that.
so she'll stay there though for now.
All right. After that, Jinrash, it is your turn.
I'm going to run that way.
Okay, can't see it directly, but you
Yep.
can run
Knowing
in that
that,
direction.
could Kyron have moved
10,
out of its reach,
15.
or would that change it too much?
20.
I could say she would, but it would have gotten an attack of opportunity against her. I'll allow that.
Yeah, she'll take the chance.
All right. And I'm gonna allow that after Vane's movement because my mistake and everything. So attack of opportunity against Kyron. That is a 10 to hit.
That does not hit, but she does need to make a concentration check on. She's gonna use lucky. 'Cause she rolled a nat 1. That's better. Concentration check. For the other damage she took.
As long as it beats 10,
It is a 10, so it's.
that succeeds. She holds concentration on fairy fire.
Okay.
All right. And now Jinrash, you've moved
So
there. You
that's
know it's
2.
right across the waterway.
Yeah. I'm staying there.
Okay, you're standing on the other side of it right
Yeah.
now? Nothing with your action?
I called to Vane to try and get away, pull back from it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, use action
not
like
gonna be
Vane,
enough.
move back. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I will allow. No, she moved.
Oh, wait,
How far did
where?
Vane move to get there? It was like 50.
It was
something
like
feet, right?
30 feet.
Okay. Again, because it was
'Cause she
without the death
was-
No, but she
before I
was-
mentioned
She
the
was
death
here,
burst.
so
Yeah,
10,
no, I was doing-
20, 30, 35, 40. You
Yeah.
could say 40.
I'll allow because I forgot to mention the death burst. This would have been something they would have been aware of. Vane could have, and she has flyby, so she
Okay,
could
she'll
definitely
fly
get out.
up.
Alright, so she's now outside of that range.
Yeah.
After that, it is Nox's turn.
Okay, Knock will come out. She will hop over.
It already used
Face
its
it.
reaction, so it can't make a attack of opportunity.
Okay, then I will get out of melee.
Mhm.
And I will shoot it.
Alright.
14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay. 14 hits. So D8. 8 plus 5, 13 damage.
You take a shot, it pierces it right in the jaw, and then its body just bursts and erupts into flame in the 5-foot radius.
No one gets hurt.
Everything in the room is dead, and the fog cloud has now faded.
Okay.
Nice.
Guys, that was
Knock-
some crazy fucking
Knock
shit.
immediately turns to Kyron and says, "Are you okay?"
What does Kyron say?
I am not okay.
She eats a berry.
What?
She eats a berry
Okay.
in response. She doesn't even answer. She just eats a berry.
She gets 1 hit point
Yeah.
back. We're effectively out of combat. We'll go a little bit further before calling it a night. So just switch back from the battle cam.
I'm gonna go pick up the fire newt's head that I cleaved off.
All right. You can
It's
now
gonna
add-
become my trophy.
You can now add a fire newt's head to your inventory.
You might want to preserve it before we get
Kyron's gonna
Can I look what that's about?
What's that?
Can I look for their chain shirts and see what those are about?
Yeah, you can definitely look onto their look on their bodies.
One of them doesn't have a useful one anymore.
Yeah, one of the chain shirts did slash through and is damaged. The other one still does have a chain shirt intact. It's made out of metal that's very finely woven together, and it's light on your body.
Is it similar to
Really?
mine, but lighter?
Yeah, it's very. It's
Is it a light armor or medium armor?
armor. Chain shirt is considered medium armor.
And what's its AC?
I'd say you'd know roughly what it would be. It's 13 plus Dex mod to a max of 2, so it would be 15 for if you have 2 or higher Dex.
Oh, well, I'm gonna take it to sell. Then.
All right. You can add chain shirt to your inventory.
Kyron's just going to walk away,
Thanks.
and she's just going to sit down and start trying to take a short rest.
Okay.
Because she's extremely frustrated.
Where is she going for this?
She's going
short rest
further
now?
down the water.
All
that
right.
way.
So outside.
I'm
outside the cave.
gonna go run after everyone to go take a short rest with Kyron.
All right. All right. So
I'm gonna search the rest of the bodies.
I guess I'm following them so I can play them.
Bracket, Kyron, and Naresh start heading outside of the cave. You're investigating the fire newt's bodies and the fire methods.
So,
that
are the
exploded.
goblins... The goblin that had the mirror, is it still there?
Its body was next.
No.
It was like it flew down the river, so it was kind of in the
Yeah.
corner in the on the grate.
Because I shot it to the grate.
Yep. Oh yeah, that one didn't
Yeah.
flow all the way down.
No, I
he
already
already
looted that
looted it. Yep. That
Yeah,
was
it
the
was
one that you
nothing.
guys pinned against the wall.
It
so you
didn't
got
have
that
a
one earlier.
stone?
He checked.
Yeah.
He didn't find a stone.
So she's going to go over to the entrance of the cave
Mhm.
and search to see if she can find it, and if she can't, then she's going to search the body again.
Okay. So what would you just roll for investigation?
17.
17. Okay. So on this, so he already grabbed the first chain shirt. You do see with both of the fire newt's bodies, they do have both of them have a shield, a standard shield. It's got spikes on it. It's made out of metal, and then there is one more chain shirt that has a giant slash down the center.
I used that bitch.
Yeah, they each have a scimitar as well, but they don't have any type of money or other supplies on them. And you can roll an investigation
Nap will
check.
cry out to everybody, just, can you grab some of my arrows, please?
I'd say with that investigation check, you find 2 arrows lying around on the ground intact. Some of them are broken. The other ones are broken, I mean.
That's a 4.
4. You're looking in the water, and the water's just flowing too quickly. You're not seeing anything at the bottom.
Okay.
It doesn't look
Well, I
anything
said
that
if I
looks like
couldn't
it would be
find
stone.
anything, that I'd go over to the goblin and search its body again.
Alright, you can roll another investigation check with that one.
Is there no scimitar in here?
14.
14. It looks like Jinrash missed a
never
few
mind.
copper pieces, about 4 copper pieces, but there's no type of stone on its person.
Simple blade scimitar to regular scimitar.
No.
Then I will
Just regular scimitar.
How many? 2?
be upset.
I believe you grabbed 2, unless you're
Okay,
gonna hand me
yeah.
one to me.
And I'll actually
Yeah, I'll give you one.
see.
Okay, so want me to add a scimitar?
I'm gonna see if Kyron's better at this than I am. Nope.
I spell
Is
scimitar.
anybody good at
SCI.
investigation?
SCI.
Does anybody have a high intelligence?
No.
No.
I don't.
I do.
I'm gonna ask Naresh to see if he could find the stone, and I'm gonna describe it to him as
Or what it should look like.
What am I looking
as
for?
what Zavros described it as. You're looking for a rainbow gem, and I'll show him the hole in the mirror and show him about how big it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly,
Okay.
I've never seen it, so I don't know exactly what it looks like, but it should fit in this slot. I'm just too tired to find it, I guess.
before I look for it, are we doing the short rest or are we doing that afterward?
It's up to you what you want to do. If you want to do it after, that's fine, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look for it first then, and then I just need to do the Song of Rest for the people who are taking their short rest.
Okay.
All right. So are you investigating first?
I think you said
Yes. Is it outside or inside?
It depends on where you're looking. Are you looking inside or are you looking outside where the goblin first fell in the water?
I will give him some ideas as where it
I'd like to
could
look
be.
inside first and then outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So inside investigation check.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I got a nat 19, so 21.
There we go.
All right.
better.
You're looking around through the water trying to get a glimpse of it, and you're looking down through the grate, and just catching your eye, you see there's another grate on the level before. That's where the mirror was before. And just squinting your eyes through parts of the water, it looks like on the floor below that, there's another grate and there's something twinkling down there.
Fuck. Knock, I think it's down on the third floor below us.
So I take a look. How far down does it look?
That one's
On the third grade.
that one is probably, it was 50 feet down to the last one. This one is probably, because that floor is a lot deeper down, that would be about 100 more feet, so it's about 150. And the first grate's this way, and the second one curving that way, so it'd be
near impossible.
I don't know if that arrow would be able to get through that way.
I would like to try. I'm gonna swim all the way down,
Mm-hmm.
so that I get at least the way
Come on,
down to
face
the
to face with the
first
grate.
And I'm going to stand directly over it. I'm going to reach my bow through the first grate
Mm-hmm.
and fire. I'm actually lowering my bow. I'm lying down on my belly
And putting the bow
And-
in.
putting the bow through and firing, so I have an extra couple of feet. So that I'm getting rid of the first grate being an issue.
Yeah.
Her arms are small enough for her to do that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think
she's a
of
halfling.
what this would be to possibly hit it, because I know you
It's
ignore
a thin bow.
I know you ignore half cover and three
And
quarters cover,
three-quarters.
but it's a very small object. You're shooting through 1.5 inch grate, 50 feet
That
below
would be
you,
considered
and
half
then
cover.
100 feet below that further. So I'm just trying to
So
decide
that's some
what
A. Oakley bullshit. Like
I'm,
that
I'm
is.
trying to decide what AC to set for this, because even with that is a small object,
Yeah.
and it's a difficult shot.
Okay.
That should be.
It's
I'm okay
I
with it
think it's
being
up
very
there.
difficult.
it's a high shot, but you can make
I
it.
Yeah.
will try.
Mm-hmm. It's
I
not.
can't do it if I don't try to.
Wait, I just
Yeah.
realized you have to tie multiple pieces of rope together to do this.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
it's 150 feet.
yeah.
So you've
I-
collected the
I
rope
would
from
have.
us.
I would have. Yeah. I would've
Okay,
done that
so you have
before.
48 feet from you. What else?
48 feet from
Yes.
me.
So what else does everybody have? It's
I have
150 feet down,
I think we
50,
each have a
yeah.
50-foot roll.
So I'll
I'm
get.
gonna tie all the knots though.
and it takes about.
I'll get 3.
I'd say
people's
take
rope.
about a foot of the rope to actually tie them together. Would you
Yeah.
say?
I'll grab 3
I-
different people's
yeah.
ropes.
How thick is a knot when you tie that together? Because it's a foot and it's 1.5 inches. Would a tied knot when you tie 2 ropes together?
Depends
be-
upon how you do it. Yeah.
How's this? We ruined the rope I have. We
Okay.
pull the strands out. How?
I'm sorry for being a stickler here. I'm just
no,
trying
no,
to.
you.
Oh, yeah,
no,
makes
you're,
sense.
you're realistic.
Okay,
no,
so what if
possible
we
because
took his
how
rope
big
and completely
Yeah.
untwined it
yeah,
Mhm.
so that it would be thin
The-
and tied those pieces together?
because then that would only be like barely
so that
an
would
inch
be
knots.
super thin
Those
And
would be
then
like
going
normal.
down.
How strong would that?
It's
then
so-
be?
it's
It'd be a couple
strong.
hundred pounds still.
Really strong.
That's-
How long would a thin? How strong would a thin
It
string?
would be
Well, I'll tell you
pretty
here.
strong.
Oh, perfect.
What are the chances of that type of thing snapping by shooting it with water coming down as well and everything?
Very low.
Yeah. It's actually
Rope
rope
like-
is really
It'd
strong.
probably be this thick, a better rope than this crappy twine. But it'd probably be around this thick if you're untwining a 1 inch thick rope.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd probably get, depending on how many strands are, it's probably 4 or 5 strand
it's
rope.
probably like 6.
Okay, I'm gonna say because of that, yes, it would be able to fit through the grate,
Okay.
but it
Because
is
the
still
knot
a
would literally-
very
Still a
hard
very
shot.
difficult shot.
It's not impossible, but it's a very high
Because the knot
shot.
size would be this size. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get the sense
Basically,
that?
get that nat 20. Get that nat 20.
And
Yeah.
With rope like
Do
that,
I get the sense that if
you probably could do
I
200 to 300 pounds of
poorly,
force without
that
being
it
like,
would fall
well,
even
not
deeper?
this rope's
Most
probably
likely.
100-pound rope, but
Yeah.
I'm going
It's wedged.
temp
There's
rope,
the other
yes.
grate, and it's wedged in like a corner. There's like a little crevice that it's caught in one of
You're
the
doing square
corners.
Okay, I'm
So-
gonna ask Naresh to inspire
You're doing
me.
a square knot, Brian.
Is that okay?
What?
To inspire
Are you
me.
doing the one that isn't the square knot?
Oh, I got
You
you
mean a
there.
granny knot?
No.
Because I think I'm
actually.
gonna need it.
So I'm just gonna start like
Oh, I see what you're doing.
tap
That's
my
type
hands
nine,
and
yeah.
like doing the spoons
Well,
or some
you can do
shit on
that.
my knees or whatever.
Which does work.
Okay.
That's actually what you do to link to not two.
With real
Separate
hard
pieces of
shit
Well,
over
there's several
here.
things you can
Yeah.
link to pieces of
And-
rope.
But that's actually a really good.
Are you
knife.
good? I just want to know because this would
Doesn't
give
matter,
a
you're the
lot
one
of
who had
arrows.
knots
Are
there,
you gonna
which is
just
sufficient.
keep on trying this over, or is it just gonna be one shot if it misses?
It depends on if it falls if I miss.
Okay, that is true.
Wrong
All right.
direction.
So you can roll to try to hit. You line up your
I did it
shot
backwards a second
through
time.
the grate, trying
Well,
to
This,
aim
this
at
would
that.
not at
Oh,
disadvantage.
yeah,
right?
no.
Because I'm tired.
Disadvantages of straight
Square
rope.
knot really isn't even that good.
Good.
Honestly.
Well, it depends on the type of rope you're using, to be honest. Because if you use good rope, it won't slip ever. It'll just keep tightening and tightening and tightening until either the rope
Mark
snaps.
inspiration die.
20.
Because
Don't
it'll
tell
just
me
keep
that.
going and going and going. And
Sorry.
now I probably won't be able
No.
to do this.
So
This is it, I got
16 plus 9 is 25.
It's not 9 because it's not a humanoid. You don't get that extra.
No,
plus
no,
7.
that's not. No, it's my normal attack bonus.
Yeah, but that plus 2 is for your favorite enemy.
No, it's not. No, that's to damage for my favorite enemy. It's plus 9 to hit no matter what
Wait,
for
so
my longbow.
sorry, I'm just. Oh yeah, proficiency. Yep.
Yeah.
So 5. So,
So
yeah, 9.
it's 25
Because then you
plus
also
5.
got the
30
sheet bend,
to
which
hit.
is a good
Alright.
knot.
You take
It's
that
compact
shot.
and strong.
You aim through the grate, and the stickiness hits the stone, attaches, and pushes
Yeah.
it down, and it's dangling.
The last I did was
Now.
simple knots.
I
You
will
do need to try to pull it up gently enough that it
very
doesn't get knocked
carefully.
off through the grate in front of
You
you.
need to go through
Um,
there.
I will very carefully pull it
That's
up.
gonna
The
be.
sheet bend just keeps tightening and tightening and tightening.
It's not
and
as
never
hard of
let
a
go.
DC, but it's
This is
still
for doing
a
2 different sized
medium
ropes.
difficult DC of sleight of
The Boy Scout.
hand check as you're pulling it up.
Sheet bend's great.
Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't fucking done knots forever.
Nat
I
20.
do them all the time. 'cause,
25
yeah,
total.
All right.
Yeah, but
Well, what do you say that, Brian?
All right.
I'm excited to learn.
So
If you want to check my rolls, they're still right here. I swear. That's crazy. Oh my god.
He's gonna make it over 20 probably.
all right. As you do slowly start pulling it up, it does tink 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 tink, but comes out without falling. It's still attached.
I will
You
grab
still need
it.
to pull it through the current grate.
Once
as
I can
well.
reach it, I
Mhm.
will hold it in my
Alright.
hand and
Can
pull
your-
it up.
You have small hands. Can they fit through a 1.5 inch
Yep.
thing?
Yeah.
I think
yes.
I could.
Okay.
No,
so-
she can definitely. Because
so I
she's a
can-
halfling, her hands would probably be
My
half the
hands are
size of normal
tiny.
people's hands.
So you pull it
So
up.
I will
It'd be
pull
like
it up,
it's like a baby.
and I will swim up.
It's a little.
I'm not gonna look at it yet.
Mhm.
I'm just swimming up.
And putting it on the
I'm
shore
just
before you
getting
like.
out of the water,
All right.
and she bursts into tears.
I think I got it.
She's like, I think I might have gotten it. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna get out of the water first before I look at it, just so that I don't drop it. She gets
Understandable.
out of the water, and once she's safe on the shore, she's going to hold it in both of her hands and look at it.
It is a small, almost smooth stone that is just rainbow colored in shape.
Oh my god. She sobs.
Wasn't the right one.
No, I got it.
It's the right one. Yay!
Oh my god.
Is it the right thing?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm gonna try to fit it into the mirror. Does it fit?
All right. You put it into the slot. It does seem like it fits into the slot in the mirror.
Can we take our short rest?
Yeah.
Can we just go outside and take a long rest, please?
She's gonna say, let's
We are outside.
take a short
No,
rest
no,
at
let's-
least.
go outside the.
How long has it been? Not very long, right?
What, since everything? Since you woke up this
we
morning.
woke up.
It took about an hour or so to get to Naresh. It took about another hour to get down to the lake. Hour and a half there. So it's probably about like
noon.
Little noon, 1 o'clock.
Okay. So
Bracket, look at your watch.
She's crying.
We haven't figured this out yet. We're working on it.
She's crying. She's gonna go out. She's gonna go out to Kyron. And she's just gonna hug her.
All right.
And she's gonna go to her ear, and then she's gonna be like, I got it.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
So we're gonna do a short rest when we come back.
Oh.
Yep.
My.
And roll for Bracket having any form of health left.
Holy shit.
Because even with healing myself, I'm still at 27 of 42.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
So.
You're fine.
That was pretty
You
insane.
gave insane health.
I missed it. You got.
See, worth the try, right?
You get your berries.
And it
You
works.
certainly
That's
try.
why you always try.
Oh my god, I like
The
can't
DC
breathe.
on that shot I set was 25.
I would have hit it already.
Yeah, without the Bardic Inspiration.
That's crazy.
But you, a level 4 character, just got a 30 to hit.
Yes, I did.
That's ridiculous.
Thanks. Thanks, Naresh.
The player's handbook has 30 as near
As
impossible.
near impossible, yep. That was really, really important. So thank you.
Alright, so we will pick this up
Go ahead and stand up.
next week
God damn it.
and see how the rest of this...
Wait.
What?
Yes.
Wait, before we do that, are we taking our short rest?
We're gonna
We'll
take a
start-
short rest when
We'll
we come
start
back.
the next session with a short rest.
Okay.
Because we all need it.
Okay.
So we will
As long
catch...
as you remember that, because not nothing wrong.
Yep, we will catch up with where the party continues after this.
We haven't even made it in the dungeon yet.
Thanks, everybody.
I think we
Everybody
should
for
actually do a
joining
long
this
rest.
Disaster.
We can't. It's been too soon.
This was
Oh.
insane. We'll catch you all for the disaster.
Mod
next week.
should be up by Monday.
Should.
Good night.
Have a good
Depends
night.
if YouTube breaks the mod.
Bye.
Okay. So we'll
Oh
go.
my
Now I
god.
transition to end card. And bye, everybody.